Right now, lose it. Go crazy.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
Oh yeah. Okay, so welcome out to the show, guys. Got a couple of guests that are supposed to be jumping on here a little bit. They haven't jumped on yet, so we'll give them some time. But so that's why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and start the show. So sorry to make you wait. You guys, if you can in the chat, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know how this sounds. Of course, we're wireless and remote today, so hopefully everything looks good, sounds good. Maybe not sound exactly the same, but that's all right. We're having a little bit of fun. Of course, I'm in LA right now because we just got done with the Fan Fest viewing of the of the Xbox showcase, which was really fucking awesome. So yeah, we got lots of stuff to talk about. All right, Boss Mod, Lethal Poppin', what's up? What's up? What's up? So many great members of the community. Got to meet a lot of great members of the community today, and it's been a really good weekend. I'll just say that. Best way to take a vacation is to hang out with the people you podcast with. It was a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff. So, but yeah, so if you can, you guys, does everything sound okay, guys? Let me know if it sounds okay. If it sounds like crap, let me know. I can make some adjustments. There are only 60 people here already. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, I got some more people. Joey's supposed to be joining me here in a little bit, but we'll see. If you hear sirens in the background, well, I'm in LA, and yeah, so in parts of LA, the National Guard is out, so good times. Not exactly right next to my hotel or anything like that. No, but you definitely hear sirens as it were going to different places. To protect and serve, that kind of thing. So it is what it is, and I'm on the 12th floor. So of what is it? I can't think of what hotel I'm at. That's how tired I am. I haven't got a lot of sleep the last day or so because we helped to set up the fan fest and stuff, and got there early this morning. Got there around 5:30 or so to finish setting up for that, and it was great. Like I said, lots of great members community. There's lots of great videos. Oh, thanks, man. I definitely will stay safe. Ray, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? So yeah, wow, the whole week has been just absolutely crazy from the Keeley show all the way up until now. Got to go to a lot of events. I've only posted a few little snippets here and there. I got much more videos to put up, and I'm putting up a lot more content here soon. I know, of course, everybody's getting bombarded because all the content creators are bringing stuff up, so which is great. I love seeing it from everybody. Got to meet a lot of a lot of great people. Yeah, there were parts of the Keeley show I thought were pretty good. Some parts that were what can you do? The Xbox showing I thought was pretty damn good, but not everybody thought that way, but that's okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's okay. And that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. It's mainly going to be about the Xbox showcase, what happened and what your thoughts are, and and just how crazy it got and fun it was, and just all the whole weekend's been crazy for me. So if I'm a little scatterbrained or seem a little kind of out of it, well, that's just the way it is today. So
Weird. Weird.
I don't know. All right. Well, like I said, hopefully, Joey remembered he was going to jump on today. Talked to him a few days ago, and so anyway, I know I'm a different time zone so than I usually am. So normally it would go like 6 o'clock my time, but it's 4 o'clock LA time to still be 6 o'clock my time, and 7 o'clock on the East Coast. So that's just the way it's been today. Been kind of crazy. So yeah. I know I'm kind of rambling, stalling. So it was be nice as he's happy with the showcase. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So let's scroll up here a little bit. Let's see. Oh goodness. Let's see here. Because we'll just throw a bunch of these up here real quick. Timmy. All right, Timmy. It's good to see you, buddy. Day Rizzy in the house. I like that. I like that. Xbox better. Xbox butter. That's right. That's right. And like I said, be nice. It's good to see you. Plume, Tony from Plume Network, which is absolutely great channel. If you get a chance to watch him, I highly recommend it, man. He's putting out some amazing content, keeping you up to date on all the latest stuff. Does a daily show, nice little package. It's like 15 to 30 minutes. Can be 20 30 minutes, but it's really good news of the day kind of stuff, talking about everything. So it's good. But the Plume Network, definitely one of the better little news shows that are out there. So check it out if you're into gaming. I highly recommend it. And Tony's straight shooter too, which I do like it. So Plume, like if you are listening and you want to, I know you're being a dad, you got to do your dadly duties, as it were. But if you want to jump on, man, let me know. I'll definitely send you a link for sure. Oh, let's see. Timmy again. Yeah, everybody's talking to everybody, which is trying to listen on their way home, their flights home, or drive home. So that'll be cool. So yeah, some people live close out here. I know I got the big shout out to Corkenstein. Uh, Kevin was gracious enough to pick me up from the airport, and he actually drove me around a lot because he lives here in LA. And super nice guy. I mean, even nicer in person. That's hard to believe, but it's true. Um, Boss Mod Lethal Papa, it's great to see you in the chat, man. It's great moderator, and he'll keep everybody on the straight and narrow. I know he will. He's fair. That's what I like about it. Very fair, but he doesn't put up with any crap either. And then Ray, good to see you in the chat, my friend. Good to see you there. Thatch, it's good to go. Good to go. Um, so yeah, Drake Williams, Def Leppard. Oh, let's see. All right, so I guess an 8 out of 10. That's pretty good. Let's see. Everyone entitled to be wrong. well, yeah. There you go. There you go. Some people liked it, some people didn't, but that's okay. I mean, it's more positive than negative, I think, for sure. So, but maybe that's just me, and being caught up in a moment, and be nice. Renewed the membership. Be nice. Thank you so much. Don't forget you do have access to all the emojis. So burn those up if you want to. TTMS and all that kind of good stuff. TTS. But yeah. So I'm doing things just a little different tonight, in case you hadn't noticed, because I'm in my hotel room. So it's Hotel Figaro. That's what it is. Drawing a blank all the time, but it's a nice little hotel. Um, Real close, like a block away from the JW Marriott, where a lot of the stuff happens. A lot of the pictures you saw me post earlier in the week, the meet and greet kind of stuff that I got to do and hang out with really nice people was super cool. So let's see. Enigmatic Dreams. Forgive me for being rude, but did you lose some weight? Oh yeah, I lost a lot of weight over the last year. I've lost over 100 pounds. So, yeah, so no, it's not being rude at all. You know, things are going good that way, and I'm doing a lot better. So it's always good to be a little healthier. So yeah. Um, Def Leppard, he said he would give it an 8 too. Well, yeah, like I said, that's it's pretty positive. I can't really see any negatives. I think anybody that gives it like a 5 or below, I think is fucking crazy. You know, they're fanboy if they think that. I mean, obviously, it may not be perfect. People say it's not as great as last year's show, but then again, last year's show would be kind of hard to top. That was really absolutely amazing what they did last year. But I think there was some good surprises. We'll be playing it in the background here in a few minutes. I got it downloaded to the laptop here and good to go. But yeah, so many amazing members of the community that we got to see, got to hang out with. Let's see, I'll throw some of that up here real quick. Let's see if, like I said, Joey, if you're out there, I sent you the link, buddy. Maybe he forgot or got sidetracked. I don't know, but that's okay. I'm not gonna hold it against him because he's a busy man as well. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. I know. Cork said he was gonna crash, so I won't bother anybody else. And Kay Asante and Mr. Boomstick are all getting ready to head to the airport because they're getting on planes tonight. My plane doesn't leave till in the morning. So yeah, but it was a good time, and it has been a good time. And let's see. Yeah, and that's a good point too. Uh, Manny has said it feels like they're holding back for next year since the 25th anniversary, and they've got enough content that they can pick and choose and hold back what they think they need to hold. So I guess I'm sounding okay. I don't really know if I'm too loud or anything like that, but if anybody it's in the chat, can just let me know. Sound okay, or does it sound like crap? So I would appreciate that because I really don't have any way of checking other than what you guys are telling me. So, but yeah, so it's been an experience. This whole week has been crazy. Let me pull up some stuff real quick while we're talking. And oh yeah, there we go. So present this one. Yeah. All right. See how that looks. And add it to the stream. There we go. All right, cool. So this is just about everybody that was at the FanFest event. It was about 150, 200 people that were there. It was great, and it was really cool. And of course, the big surprise. Let's see. This is mostly clear. One of the most clear I've heard of you. Usually you're solo. Yeah. I have a lot of I guess lower levels to my mic. I'm gonna make those adjustments when I get back to. But sounds good. All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, so on to the showcase. So this was the fan event in LA that we that got put on. Hargeet Chani, who's they're busy wrapping things up and things. He's not going to be on tonight, but that's okay. He's been working really hard and been there all day. He's actually did the website for him, and he ran all the video equipment and everything for the event, which was really good. A huge screen, which you could see in that picture in the background. My little butt's over there in the corner, way over here on one side. If you're facing the screen, it's on the left, all the way over there. I mean, the black jacket. So, and then, but if you look right in the middle, you'll see Aaron Greenberg, which was really cool, and Jason Ronald. They both came by and hung out with us. They watched the whole showcase with us there live. So that was, that was an experience. And they went around, they shook everybody's hand, met everybody, posed for some pictures, signed some autographs. It was really cool. And like I said, it was nice that we got to see them and hang out with them. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, and then just go back here. We had earlier in the week, kind of recreating what happened a few years ago, where Greenie was. We showed up at the breakfast while we were eating together, and of course, the joke was that last year, or yeah, I think it was last year that that all these Xbox guys were paid by Microsoft and were paid shills and all that kind of stuff. Well, not nothing could be further from the truth. He was eating in the same place that we were at the hotel, and then he just happened to come over and join us at the table, and we all took a picture together. So that was cool. So yeah, let's go through a couple more of these real quick. Get out of here. But this was at the fan event when he went outside, and it was actually while people were waiting to get in. They go through the security. Then he came out there and meet and greet everybody. It was which was super nice. And this was one of the days of the event. There's a so we got to meet like a lot of great people in the community. He has me standing next to King David. I mean, King David is a big man. He's awesome and tall, and I'm not I'm not exactly short. So there you go. But yeah, it was really great. And it was just awesome. Good times, great members of the community. Some more of the pictures throughout the week with the Iron Lords and Kay Asante, Mr. Boomstick, myself, Hargeet, Cork, um, you know, Cog, Lord Addict. It was good. It was good. Jason Ronald that was at the thing. Well, the man helps design all the things for Xbox, and it was pretty cool. And this is at the one shot down the row for the Keeley event. That's the row I sat in with all the Iron Lords and all the other podcast members were there, which was awesome. So this is right before the show started in lining up and filling up the theater. So that was pretty cool. Then I got to meet Mr. Paris Lilly, super nice guy as well, even nicer in person. I know it's hard to believe Ray, but he really is a nice guy. So yeah, there we go. Shoot. Let's see here. Let me take that back off and let's see. We got some more comments. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Let's see. Yep. Live in LA. That's right. From a hotel room. And yeah, and Luke Lore, yeah, he apparently on his channel he had I guess a Patreon thing that they did a certain goal, and he had to dress up as as Fallout Boy in all blue, and he wore it to the show. I've got those pictures. I'll be posting them up here in a little while too. If you haven't seen them, they're hilarious. And he strikes the pose with the thumbs up, and I mean, that's dedication right there. He actually did it, which was pretty cool. So yeah, Luke definitely stood out in his all blue, head to toe blue bodysuit that he wore. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, no, did Aaron Greenberg buy you lunch? No, it was actually breakfast, and no, he did not pay for anything. He did not buy us anything. He just sat down there with us and hung out with us and talked, and we talked about the show that he could talk about at the time. He everybody's pretty tight lipped, and it wasn't really until I guess you'd say probably the night before, literally that evening, when certain things started falling into place, and so yeah, there's of course, we know about it now. But let me read this. Let me read this super chat real quick here from RC Polygons. Let's see. Yes, I definitely agree that Resident Evil 7. It really looks interesting from what we saw. The different storefronts will be a game changer for all the Xbox. Since there's be no more exclusives. I don't know about that, but if anything, it'll be timed exclusives. But then again, everything's an Xbox, as they were, and of course, it's kind of hard to kind of say, well, I want this and I want this, and I get it. I'm the same way. I There's definitely a lot of things that I thought, I'd rather have or rather do, or the whole console war thing, but I mean, there's still consoles. They're still there. They're still out there, and there's going to be an extremely powerful one that's coming. It's definitely coming. they talked about that even in more some things that we got told that were like, Phil says it's coming, Sarah says it's coming, and Jason's working on it, and he knows it's coming, and he's excited for what we're gonna get when we get it, whenever that is. I won't say when because I don't really know when, but I don't think there's necessarily committed to a certain time or date. But I'm sure they probably would like to get it out by the 25th anniversary, since they made they called it out during the show. So that's probably something that I would say probably keep that in your pipeline. So, but the point on that was that it's definitely things change as life goes on, but I mean, let's be honest. The only thing PlayStation has is what Xbox puts on it. So there's a few other games, a few, very few, very few. First party, there's one or two from Sony. It's just the way it is, and Xbox has the games, and they have a lot of them, and they're coming to everywhere. And some people don't like that, but I mean, I said I wasn't a big fan when I first heard of it. But you think of it this way, that they're feeding the beast, and if you if you know what it's like to if you want to be the best and be the biggest, um, you make the biggest money, and they are making money more than ever before. The Xbox brand is extremely strong. Now, when I say Xbox brand, Xbox PC, Xbox consoles, Xbox Cloud, it's all on Xbox, as they say. And, they pushed it, it's on TVs, tablets, everywhere. And now with all the different lawsuits and the different things that have happened and the filings, and where different companies are being forced, like Apple, are going to have open other marketplaces on their in their stores. They're going to have offer their storefronts. When that happens, which is sooner than later, things are going to be really growing the industry, and and it may not be the future we expected, but I think in the long run, you know Microsoft has put themselves in the best position with Game Pass, and just about everything that was shown at their showcase today was play it day one in Game Pass, which was awesome, totally awesome. Let's see, Sacrifice Terrace 20 months memberships. Thank you so much for becoming a member. We greatly appreciate that. And if you want to be a member, it's just $1. That's all there is. This show is a little scatterbrained. Oh, look, there he is. Let me put him in. I'm sorry, I didn't even realize he popped in. Joey, buddy, what's going on?
Dave, what's going on, man? I've been here for a while.
How long have you been sitting there, man? I'm so sorry.
About like 2-3 minutes, to be honest.
Okay, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Well, everybody, welcome. Joey, everybody's Joey. Hey.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, it's been a while, Dave, and I'm sorry I had to postpone so many times. I work on weekends, so it's rare that I'm like off on a weekend.
I know, and it's all good. It's all good. And today's been a little crazy because I'm in LA, and half of LA is good and safe, and the other half is when I just said a few minutes ago before I actually went live, it was like about 5 or 10 minutes of nothing but sirens and stuff. You could just all you could hear, and I'm on the 12th floor, and it was, yeah, but it's not right next to me, but it's in the area. We'll just say that because I am in downtown LA. So, but dude, welcome to the show, man. It's so. I just got to ask you right up front: are you excited? Did you have a good show today?
I had a good time. Yeah, I wasn't mad. It wasn't the best show in the world. I mean, it was really hard to top what happened last year, to be honest.
Yes.
I even said it like, to compare last year's to this year is going to be hard.
Yep.
But comparing every other show this week to Xbox, this was the best show.
100%. I agree with that for sure. For sure. Get this super chat real quick from Day Rizzy. The stroker is in Cali. What could go wrong? Thanks, Day Rizzy. Yeah, that's where I, Bram Stoker instead of saying Bram Stoker. Yeah, so you're never gonna let me live it down. Of course, I don't have any videos to play, so don't worry. Because we know what they do to you on Dirt Show and Shaun Show. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, we gotta read this one here real quick from Be Nice. Pony's already trying to say PlayStation is going to block games on Steam Store, while Destin is playing Spider-Man on Xbox ROG. Let's see. By the way, would would it be stupid for PlayStation to do that either way? Well, I mean, I don't know that they could necessarily prevent things from going on there, but it is definitely a possibility. I think it'd be to their detriment because if they did block it, then they would hurt their sales. The whole thing that they were trying to do was to get PC sales, and if they did that, then they're definitely going to pretty much shoot themselves in the foot because that's the revenue that they need.
Yes.
So yeah,
I'll say that.
so,
I'll say this. We really don't know. I personally don't know if they can block it. I don't know the terms of services, which they would they have with Steam and things like that with devices and all the stuff. However, let's say they don't block it and they want to see what happens, and this influx of new players come in, buying this new ROG with the greater UI, go to Steam and start buying PlayStation games, and they're gonna see their revenue go up. I don't think Sony's gonna be like, you know what? I'm mad. I'm getting money because I'm gonna block it. I don't think they're gonna say anything because one, the revenue is going between Steam and PlayStation. It has nothing to do with Xbox. So personally, I think it's bad business that they block it, and it's good for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, I agree for 100%. We got to get to a couple of these comments real quick though. Can you see the screen, Joey?
Yes, I can see everything. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Joey,
Well,
Richard Omega.
you can read these if you want to because a bunch of them these are all for you real quick.
Let's see, Joey Honda. What's going on, guys? Be nice. What's going on? Joey Chunks. That's I don't even know where that came from. Oh yeah, I threw up on WBG I think 2 weeks ago. Oh, I had food poisoning, right?
There we go.
I was feeling really sick and I threw up live. I didn't know I had the mic on. Joey was playing Switch 2 while waiting. Well, no, I don't have a Switch 2. I refuse to buy a Switch 2, and thank God my kids hasn't asked for the Switch 2 yet. So I'm good.
Not yet, anyway, right?
Yeah. Joey Chunks is in the house. Thank you. I'm here. Finally here.
Exactly. Oh, look at this mean. How mean this is.
Joey's already pony buying. What did I say?
Nothing. He's innocent. What is in the chat? I love it.
Oh, that's me. That was me.
I know.
What's up, everyone?
Shoot.
Bram Stoker's out in the streets. Oh yeah, he's in the streets already, stroking people.
That's right. In LA, you gotta be careful when you do that. Yeah, there's like a little homeless encampment, like a block away.
So you were in a fan show with these guys?
Yes. So
how was the energy? You were there. You were watching. I imagine you guys had a big screen watching it all together. How was the energy? And what else besides the Xbox? So what else did you do down there? Did you go to Keely's show yesterday and things like that?
I went to Keely's show on Friday. And that was actually I mean, like the show itself wasn't great, but it was out of the last like 3 or 4 years, it was the best one that he had done.
I agree.
It's the best way I can say that. And actually I liked his misdirection that he did on
with Resident Evil 9.
Yeah. When he's like, talking about, and then kind of pulled back and everybody's like, oh, well, that's going to be on the Xbox show, right? And then when he dropped it at the end, I don't know if you caught it. We definitely caught it live that he was kind of, how he gets. He's like all emotional, kind of like gasping, like it's
I got that.
Oh my God, I'm so glad we finally get this. And we're all just like, whatever. I mean, it's a great game, but come on, Jeff, nobody believes that shit. You're thinking, I'm getting some money for this. Thank you. That's really what it is. Oh man. So yeah, it was good. The show was good, and being there in person was cool. I was in the row with like the Iron Lords. I think we weren't here for that part. Let me pull this back up again. I got a few pictures I'll put back up. Give me 1 second here to do that.
While you had that, 108 Dragons going on with the $2. What's good? Let's go. What's going, man? Is he? I think you're in California too. 108.
He was at the fan event, and he was at the other one as well. Like I've seen him 2 or 3 times. Got a couple of photos with him. He's a really really cool dude in person, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me present this and go to. Oops, wrong one. There we go. This one.
Yeah, Fuzzy Tomato. There's so many reactions that I'm trying to see them all. Most likely all night I'm gonna be watching people's reactions, reading comments, and to be honest, I've been having way too much fun on social media right now on Twitter because you can see ponies like strangling, pissed off, and things like that, all because of this damn handheld. It is amazing to watch.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let me bring this
Hello,
back up
Zena.
real quick.
Sin,
All right.
the Leopard, Go Show.
Zena's in the house.
That's
I tell you,
right.
Zena put a new picture up on her Twitter feed. She is a beauty.
I apologize if I haven't seen it. I've been fighting against ponies.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, she's a beautiful woman, that's for sure. All right, let me bring this picture up real quick here, and there we go. So this is actually at the Fan Fest.
Oh, there's
So,
quite a few of you. That's a
oh
lot.
yeah, it was over 100. And you remember that the Fan Fest, this year's Fan Fest, technically was canceled by Microsoft, and
Yes.
so the fans put this on. Hargeet being one of them, Ben Kenobi, Sean Labrie, and many others, pitched in out of their own pocket and put this on, which was great. And then the nicest thing about it is that um, Aaron Greenberg and Jason Ronalds showed up
That's awesome.
and hung out. I mean, they literally meet or greet everybody. And Ben had designed these really cool coins, which we got the actual
Awesome.
the Doom coin. Yeah,
That's
the
the
shield with
shield.
yeah, exactly. And then just for the Fan Fest, he also, and if you went, you got these. Let's see if I can bring it up here. So,
Oh, that is awesome.
and then with his Fan Fest logo that he did on.
With the Outer Worlds guy in the back. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it was definitely worth going for that. Adidas 20 salute to you, sir.
Sub Adidas.
Salute to you.
So how was the energy in that room like? I know because we're watching it over here live, things like that. But how is it over there with people, right? How was the energy seeing like the PlayStation logo and everything? How was that?
That really, because it was, if you watched it, it was, they were on the bottom when it was. They weren't on all of them, so not everything was going to PlayStation, at least not right away. So,
Correct.
but there was a few times when we saw it on there, but there was like on the bottom, and then of course in the corner it would highlight whether it was that it was coming to Game Pass or not. Which over half of the games were coming to Game Pass day and date, which was great. And so the biggest, I guess, reaction. I mean, there was a lot of big reactions. It was cool, but the one people absolutely lost their damn minds over. I mean, like King was jumping up and running. It was great. People were screaming and everything. Was when the Final Fantasy games were finally officially announced. It was literally that the roof went off. I mean, it was insane. And then the Call of Duty was really big at the end too.
That was surprising.
One more thing.
That was a surprising trailer.
Yep, for sure. Can you see the pictures there?
Yes, I am. I saw you. I'm seeing you. I saw that earlier. You guys were having, like, I think, lunch or something.
Breakfast, actually. Yeah. And then this is Aaron Greenberg actually at the Fan Fest. This is outside the venue, and he literally, they walked down the row, and then if you notice Jason Ronalds behind him, they literally went down and shook hands and met everybody and had conversations with them and stuff. So, and this is, just a couple of days of the stuff, or, got to hang out with these great members of the community. There's my scrawny little ass right there.
Yes.
But I mean, next to King, man, he's almost
King
7 foot tall.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He is. And of course, there's Hargeet Chani. Mr. Bad Bit was there as well. And of course, I kept teasing him too. He'd say something, I'd be like, oh, and of course, PlayStation is an Xbox. He laughed because I was just teasing with him. But yeah, so, and there's
The wizard,
and
Jason Ronald.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was super nice. And then this was at the Keeley's, where there's the Iron Lords. We're all sitting in the same row together. Thought it was cool. So yeah, and then got to meet and hang out with Paris Lily.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. He's super nice guy, man. I don't know if you can hear the sirens in the background, but there's a lot of them in fire trucks.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, good.
Surprisingly, I can't hear that.
That's probably a good thing because it sounds like there's a shit ton of them out there. Let's see if I can get it to share this tab instead. So we'll just kind of have that playing while we're talking, so we can kind of talk about the
Going to
show
those
as it were.
events live. Going to those events live is one of those things I always wanted to, like, scratch out of my bucket list one day. But fortunately, E3 doesn't exist no more. And I'm not in the States is not. It's not as easy. Like, hey, I'm gonna go to the States just because, and tickets are more expensive for me and things like that. So one day, hopefully, I can do something like that. There's like a PAX, I think, is gonna be done in Brazil. That'll be interesting if I could go to that. Gamescom is going to Brazil.
That'd be cool.
That would be interesting if I could go to that. But
if you get a chance to go something like that, you would enjoy it.
Yeah, but I'll try one day be in these events. But all right. So how do you like the show? Was it everything you wished for?
Well, I mean, I don't want to be greedy, but is it everything you wish for? No, we always want more. Am I right?
Yeah, of course.
Definitely, you could always want more stuff. Does this video look alright to you? Is it all choppy? I can't really tell.
It looks choppy, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes in the background for a little bit, and if it gets too bad, we'll just kill it. So yeah, but there was a lot of good stuff there. Actually, I'll go ahead and kill that, and I can play like the little smaller snippets that are on. Let's see here. Let me stop that one real quick. And guys that are in the chat and watching us live or listening to us on a replay later, I've got over 200 people here watching and listening to us. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry if it's a little bit sporadic or crazier tonight because I'm in LA and I don't have my big rig and everything, so it's things are just a little different than what normally we would do. So the show might not be run as smoothly as I'd like it, but we're getting it done. Let's see here. Let me kill the YouTube stream. That way we don't have to worry about playing in the background. Kill that as well. And then I'm going to bring up some of the bookmarks I had. Sorry, Joey.
It is totally fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. Let's...
I've been having a good time all day, so don't worry about it.
Good deal. All right, well, let's add this in there and see. At least we can get a little more context for what we're talking about. And again, I do appreciate the. Did
Dave froze?
Like this video,
or was it me?
hit the like button.
Okay.
All right, share screen. All right. And add it to the feed. Boom, shakalaka. Cool. So let's talk about the 800-pound gorilla.
Oh, yeah. Probably is going to be 800 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yep. Native Windows support, cloud streaming, Game Pass support, and play anywhere. Yeah. A beastie. So what are your thoughts on the handheld?
One of my thoughts, I love everything about it. It could have been better, probably. But was it what I was expecting? Pretty much. Like, we already saw the leaks originally, how it looked. Yeah, it had all those smears and it was all greasy because imagine like 800 people were passing that around. But once we saw it, we always said the same thing. If they're gonna make it handheld, they have to make the UI work. That's the most important thing about all of this. If your software doesn't work with your hardware, you're gonna be dead in the water. So for what they've shown and what they say is gonna do, what they say is it is Windows 11. However, it is sleeping underneath. It's not doing anything and doesn't have any of the bloatware. It doesn't have any of the commands, anything. What it does is just there, maybe as a kernel, I don't know. Once you turn it on, it jumps to the Xbox dedicated handheld UI, which it has your Game Pass native. You can go to cloud. You can have your library there, the ones that are available at the moment. We know there's over 1,000 Play Anywhere games at the moment, and there's more to come. Hopefully, one day all our library can be played on these systems. And the most important part, which Phil Spencer himself said on a tweet, let me see, which he's basically said, everything native from Xbox and other stores will be available, meaning Steam, Epic Store, GOG, and everything can be played over that, just because it's still a Windows device. Now, once he said that, we're like, dude, this is a beta test, or at least a test of something for what we're going to receive when we get the new console. It's going to be the exact same thing. Windows is going to be in the background, running everything. We're going to have different UIs, and one of those is going to be Steam. And you know exactly what that means, Dave.
Exactly. And they made it clear that it's going to have. Well, there's actually. Let me pull up this other video real quick, and it actually she explains it a little better. Let's see here. Sorry, it's a little slow. Okay, yeah. Justine, she is amazing. And let me pause that.
I was surprised once on the show, like right on the show when they announced the handheld, when you go to YouTube, there was a bunch of channels, tech channels already talking about the preview of this, meaning they were already having like tech previews of it. So,
yep. Well, let me just say this, that when I said earlier, I don't think you were on yet, but when I said earlier that the night before when we were in the hotel lobby, like this is around like 11 o'clock or so, and Keosante, who is big into handheld and big into the to the like the nitty gritty of like PC and stuff, and really likes the technology stuff. That's one of the things I really like about his shows and stuff. That he's he helps he gets techie, but with making it, explaining it in terms that everybody can understand, which is
in
great.
layman's terms, yeah.
Exactly. But he brought to my attention. He said, there's something's going on. I said, what do you mean? He said, see those three guys right there? He said, let's go talk to them. I didn't know who they were. And we all started talking, introduced me, and he knew them. And he's actually had all of the three of them on his show before. And they were all three huge, big handheld influencers on YouTube. Like one of them had 1 million views, one has like 500,000, a couple hundred thousand for the other one. So they were all like, big influencers. And we were talking to them, and they said that they were flown in that morning by Microsoft so they could have meetings with them today after the showcase. Yeah. So yeah. And like Greenberg and Aaron and them, when they left our event, they're like, yeah, we got a whole bunch of press things we got to do now after the showcase, because they knew it was happening, but they were just like, thanks for having us. This is great. Loved you guys. We got to go do some interviews. And that's where they went. They went and we're talking. So the next few days, the next few weeks, we're going to get to know a lot more about the handheld and what it can do, which is great. This is what they need to do. Let's hear what Justine. Hopefully this plays good. Let's see if it works.
Have you ever wanted to play Xbox handheld? Well, guess what? The answer is here. This is the ROG Xbox Ally and the ROG Xbox Ally X. These will be out this holiday.
There are some slight differences between the two devices. The X has the HD haptics and is running an AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme processor with a 7-inch Full HD 1080p 500 nits display. It's also got 120 hertz refresh rate, 24 gigs of memory, and 1 terabyte of solid-state storage. There's also 2 USB-C ports. One is a display port with USB-C power delivery 3.0 and also Thunderbolt 4 compatible. It has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, a micro SD card reader, and it weighs 715 grams. It also has a little more battery life over the regular version, so this has an 80 watt-hour battery. Now the regular has an AMD Ryzen Z2 processor, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 65 watt-hour battery. It has a 512 gig solid-state drive. There's no haptics or Thunderbolt 4 support. Between the two of them, they both feel very similar. The buttons all feel the same, the display looks very similar, and when you click the library button, this gives you access to everything from Xbox, Game Pass, Battle.net, and others. It also has support for over 1,000 games with Xbox Play Anywhere. Now, the real takeaway is this dedicated Xbox button, which quickly takes you into that full screen.
So yeah, Battle.net, right there on the system, built right in. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. Gonna be good. Day Rizzy, place your bets. 100 ponies versus 1 WEBDAVE. I'll take them on. I like those odds.
I'll take those odds.
Exactly. I'll take those odds. I mean, because the ponies only have 1 first party game coming out this year. Sorry for you. Just saying, and if it wasn't for Xbox games coming to the PlayStation, you wouldn't have anything out. That's gotta hurt. So there's always some solace there, Joey.
Exactly.
Right? So yeah, so your thoughts on the handheld now that we know a little more about it, and we know that it's gonna be it's going to be a good, powerful system with a good battery life. You can take it anywhere. And it sounds like it's probably going to be like the Steam, where you can actually, you can dock it out to a TV, out to a monitor. What are your thoughts? You like that?
Of course. Before I say something, 108 also has a super chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's kind of also related to what we're talking about.
108, thank you so much for your patience, sir. I did not see it because I was on another screen. Thank you, Joey, for catching that.
Don't worry about it.
Joey, can you read that?
Yeah, 108 Dragon with the 5. Joey, you have an option to switch between Xbox Load Up, Xbox Dash, or Windows Full Operating System separately, but by default, Xbox loads first. There you go.
Nice. Thank you, Lemon.
Thank you, man. What can I say? My first thoughts is try to get one, because it's not for me easy, because I live in Panama. And I've seen a couple of Rogue Allies. I mean, at work, there's one friend of mine that actually has one, and I use it quite often, to be honest. But it's his, right? It's his own Rogue Ally. It's only when slow times I'm at work, like, hey, what are you doing? And I get nothing. Can you borrow me the ROG? He has it under his desk and things like that.
Nice.
So I play there. I log into my Xbox account and automatically I can see the things, but I got to download everything. So, but it's fine. I've always had a problem with Windows 11. It is a pain. It is a pain when you try to switch from one thing to another. It's a little bit glitchy, things like that. But seeing this and knowing how good Steam OS is, I've always been like, damn, hopefully they can fix that. My thought always been like, why don't you just put the Xbox UI on a handheld and it'll work better? Maybe they found a better way with this. I don't know. I don't know the technicals behind it. But all I know is, hey, it looks like it works. It looks like it's seamless. It looks like it's gonna do exactly what we wanted it to do, which is a plug and play experience. Turn on the console from sleep mode or from wherever, put the game on, and it loads, and that's it. No tinkering with Windows, no BIOS, no none of that shit, to be honest. Sorry for the language. And man, just have fun, man. The battery life is good. They have a better battery life. I did see that as a little bit more thicker than the ROG Ally, which is fine. I mean, the ergonomics of a ROG Ally, it's fine, but it's not that comfortable at the end. But seeing that this looks like a controller, is better fitted for a lot of hands, including mine. I don't know, because I know the ROG Ally has an adapter that you can connect it with an external GPU, whatever GPU you want. You want to put I'm talking about GPU. You could put a 5090 on that thing if you want to.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this has that too. If it does, that would be amazing. But I'll try to get one as soon as I can, man. That's my thing. I don't know how much it's gonna cost me here. Maybe $1,500. Nairobi, which is my wife's name. Your $1,500 the credit card might be going down. I'm just saying.
I love you, honey.
Let's keep it a secret.
Love you,
but
baby.
yeah. But man, I'm going to try to get one. I really want a handheld experience, and I've been holding off. To be honest, I've been holding off.
Yeah.
I had twice the opportunity to buy one. I had a Steam Deck in my hand, but I was like, there's only Steam, and I have a whole bunch of games on Xbox. I don't want to let go of that library. And then I saw my friend's ROG Ally, and he had two. He was selling one.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, you can buy this, but you don't have to pay me the whole money all right away. You can pay me little by little. I don't care. And I had it in my hands. I was like, should I get it? Shouldn't I get it? But then I saw the inconvenience of Windows 11 and things like that. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait for a little bit because I do want a dedicated one.
Yeah.
This seems the one for me.
Well, I'll tell you. So we know that they said they kind of not canceled, but they put on hold the other one, correct?
Yeah, sidelined. Yeah, whatever
right.
That means. Yeah.
Well, what that means, because we found a little bit more information about that, is that
exclusive.
That,
where's the word? Wait, hold on. We got exclusive news here.
No. But I mean, it makes sense once he said it. It's like, so they have teams that were working on that. So now that the ROG Ally is forefront, so because this actually is, the other one's been on hold for just a little bit longer than what it makes it sound like. It makes it sound like they put it on hold yesterday. It's been on hold for a little while because that team that's working on the UI, the interface, is actually been working with ROG directly to make sure that this system coming out is going to be badass. So when you play it, you're going to be playing an Xbox. That's the thing. It's going to be an Xbox in your hand. Now, granted, there'll be some things that it might not do that a Microsoft made system. It's been a long day, dude. Let me tell you. I've only got like 3 hours sleep for the last 48 hours, but that's okay. It's been good. Not complaining at all, but yeah, so it's so we know that they got teams that are working on this to get it to where it is, and it's coming out this holiday. So do you mind reading
I got you. Lemon, my boy, 108 Dragons with a 5. This system is a ROG Ally X, except for Z2 Extreme chip plug to a TV, and all batteries same, 2280 SSD, all the same. And yes, Thunderbolt 4 external GPU support. Okay, that's good. 108 again with the $2. Every Windows handheld is a Windows device. Of course, that's why it's called Windows device.
Yep.
P-Lump, we're not gonna play your theme song. Stop it. I'm joking. P-Lump, P-Lump, my boy, with the $5. WebDave, stop everything. Play my theme song.
That's it.
Xbox on top. You best believe I'm getting that handheld. They not like us. The show was 8 out of 10 or a B+. That's cool. That's cool, man. Everybody has their opinions. It's not a bad show. That's the only thing we can say. Regardless if we liked it or not, the show was not anything near to being bad. It was a good show.
Exactly. Let's see what kind of themes I got on here.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. Oh damn.
Oh. Can you hear that?
I hear crickets.
Exactly.
Bazinga.
Ooh.
There you go. Ooh. You got Big Man Theory in the background. I don't hear it. Oh, there you go. Mr. Burns. Exposed. So, but that's interesting what you just said, by the way, Dave. Like,
yeah.
So it's in sidelined, but they still have it there.
Mm-hmm.
But watching this, and let's be honest, making hardware is not an easy task,
right?
It's not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say just perfect the UI and the software, and let RAW get the part of the money, and you don't make much of a loss. I mean, the bulk of the money has always been made with software. Let RAW get, if it costs $900 and RAW gets $200 out of it, fine. But the rest
Yep.
of the money, because you know people are going to spend money on that, let them. I don't know. I think so. I mean, of course, if Xbox comes with one, then we shall see. Probably I'll buy it too. But I think it's risky at this day and age. I mean, look at the Switch 2. A lot of people bought it, yes. However, I don't see the hype.
Yep.
And I don't really see it's out and that's it. I see more people talking about this device that even though the haters are saying it already does whatever the ROG Ally does, whatever. There's more buzz about this and Xbox actually going in the handheld market than the Switch 2 coming out a few days ago.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's something. And also you can play hacked Nintendo Switch games if you can. It's a Windows device anyway. I'm not saying you should do it, but you know.
Well, like Janine said, this version does allow you to put it has an SD card slot on it. So, and it's still Windows based. So I'm sure there's going to be some workarounds if you wanted to do that with the easy button to get back to the Xbox system right there.
Emulation, baby.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
King Web is backwards. $2. Remember, we can play PlayStation hack games. Sorry. If it's Windows, we can hack it.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, so I think that we're focusing on this handheld, and it's called the Xbox Rogue. So that's cool, So
no,
it has Xbox in
the
it.
name. I actually have the name in front. It's the ROG Xbox Ally. When
Yeah.
Xbox has a 10-minute video, by the way, out about explaining it, and they call it the Xbox Ally, Xbox Ally, Xbox Ally. And then you go to a ROG channel, and ROG calls it the ROG Xbox Ally. So it's like, who's calling it? Who has the name first? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's a partnership between two of them, and it looks like it's going to work fantastic. Hopefully, it's a good investment by both, and hopefully, people buy it. I'm going to be one of those people. Maybe not day one. I'll try to get it day one. It's a little bit harder for me, but definitely going to be part of the community, of the handheld community. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we got to read this.
Detective 170. Okay.
Greetings. Distinctive one.
Yeah. Greetings to you, WEBDAVE and Joey. And of course to the chat room. It was indeed a magnanimously vainglorious day. Okay.
There you go.
Sorry.
What he said.
What he said, exactly. Sorry for my Penham education, which is part of New York, but whatever. It's fine.
It's all good. And Xena, we love Xena. She's amazing for sure. And then oh man, look what's up with you heard that.
Joey Chunks. I think I'm gonna stay with that name. Why my dog is like has a time watch or something. Yes. Every time I start podcasting, he's like, I'm gonna bark.
There you go. It's that's the way it is. So yeah, but yeah, it's awesome.
Hold on.
Yeah, with the sad word, that's funny. Oh goodness. But yeah, the you're good. So while Joey's tending to his puppy for a minute, so we know that the handheld, the new one's coming, and it's supposed to be out holidays. That's what it said, holidays. So I'm sure we'll get as it gets closer, we'll get it narrowed down to exactly when it's coming. So we know it's coming this holiday. And we know that there, because Sarah said it. Sarah Bond said that there is definitely another console coming, and it's going to be the most powerful console they've ever put out, and it probably will be the most powerful console that anybody's put out to date. And let's just say that because all right, so Jason Ronalds, who is the guy that actually makes that for them, he's the one of the design guys for the systems, and he was excited, and he said everybody's really going to love what they've got cooking, and that came out of his mouth. He didn't say anything other than that, so his expectations are high.
So you're saying Xbox consoles ain't dead?
They're not dead. Oh no. No, sorry, Ponybots and Ponies. It's not dead, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, because there's a prophecy out there that 2027 is the last day Xbox will ever function. Like our consoles are going to shut down, and Microsoft is going to closure Microsoft, Xbox, and Phil is going to be fired. The prophecy of 2027. Have you heard that? That's hilarious.
No. It just sounds like some
that's being
wet dream.
yeah. That's J Dub and his clan preaching that like 2027, and that's it. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. A Ponybot's wet dream is what I would call that. Oh goodness. Sorry, I'm still here. I'm just trying to pull up something.
That's fine.
It's cool. Being on the hotel network, so
It's actually working quite
can get a
fine.
little slow. Good deal. Let's see if it's trying to pull this one picture up so I can. Come on, you piece of garbage. I'll give it a second while it's doing its thing. So look at it's your friend Ray.
Shout out to the little, oh my god, my dog.
That's all right. Your dog's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. You dogs bark in the background. I got sirens going down here.
He's a Rottweiler, bro. He barks hard.
Nice. But yeah, but Ray.
Dang.
Ray. There you go.
Respect. Respect. Cece, if I'm saying your name right, ponies lose it when you call Xbox Ally, Xbox handheld, but that's what it's called. What do you want me to say? It's a ROG Ally. It has an Xbox button. What do you want me to say?
Exactly. Let's see if I can get this to pull up. Sorry, guys in the chat. I'm actually trying to pull up another picture. It's not wanting to. I want to load right. Let me back out of that. Stop sharing while we're talking. See if I can get it to load. Okay. Try this one more time. Joe, if there's anything in the chat that you want to read or mention while I'm trying to pull this up, you're more than welcome to.
I usually what I do is just read everything, and if something keeps my eye or it's interesting, I reply them straight. Yeah, police plus dogs. Yeah, it's with police dogs.
Oh shoot. Let's see if I can change it to.
So people in the chat,
There we
you guys are actually excited for the handheld? Because I know handheld scene is not for everybody. I know Dirt is like, he's not a handheld guy, not even Shaun and things like that. But the guys in the chat, do you think you guys gonna buy this? Obviously, it depends on the price, right? I'm counting like around $800, exactly how the ROG Ally is right now. But what I do want to see is the Xbox fan base actually support this. It might not sell like millions of units, but at least enough for Xbox to say, hey, there's still a future creating some sort of hardware. That's what I pretty much want, because depending on the cloud only, I don't dig that much. I can't get jiggy with that. I like my hardware. I like everything native. That's just me. But hopefully the fan base supports the ROG Ally a little bit. But we shall see, man.
Yeah, for real. Oh my God. Sorry. I know you can't hear it, thank goodness, but lots of ambulances and fire trucks and whatever. Again, another wave of them going by. We'll add this to the screen because and this, I'm not showing you this to brag at all, because it's just okay. That you still see it there, Joey?
Yeah, I do. When you put something on the screen, you freeze for a second, and then
Okay.
you come back for some reason. But so I can't hear you. Oh, is that Phil?
Yep. So yeah, there's me on the all the way over on the right hand
Yeah,
side, and
yeah.
then
You got
that's
Boomstick
Mr.
next to you.
Boomstick. Yep,
Yeah.
and then Phil Spencer, and
I
then
recognize Fonz. I recognize Kesante, and the other three guys. I'm sorry, I don't know.
and that's all right. That's all right. Right next to Phil is Korkenstein, and then
Oh, okay.
Asante, another member of the community, and I can't think of his name. Save my life. But next to him is Fonz, and then Lucius is on all the way on the end.
Oh, Lucius
Uh,
Augustus. Is that him?
Yep. There you go.
Because I see him
So
in the chat. Oh, there you go. Phil
so
has lost a lot of weight, just like you, Dave.
yeah,
Congratulations, both
exactly.
of you, bro.
Yep. There you go. Is that zooming in?
Yeah, there you go. Now I
There
can
you
see
go.
them better. Yeah.
Yeah. So super nice guy too. I'll just say that super nice.
Did any of you ask them why they canceled the Fan Fest?
No, I didn't feel like I wanted to. It's one of those things where it's like, they do what they do for marketing reasons, and there's, Xbox is Xbox, and Microsoft owns Xbox. Does that make sense? And Microsoft has money managers, things that they look at everything, and would you rather spend millions of dollars on a fan fest, or would you rather keep employees around for a little longer on certain other game projects? You know what I mean? And that's kind of where it comes down
but
to
it's a
it.
kind of a sucky situation to put your enterprise, like you want to have a Fan Fest or you want people to be fired. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
Well, I'm not saying that's the over under type thing, but but my
yeah, I got you.
point
I got
is,
you.
it was it could be as simple as that.
I got you.
And let's see. Oh, there we go. So
Look at Sarah.
exactly, and she was absolutely so nice. She literally talked to us for like 10-15 minutes, just shooting the shit with us, set her purse down, just get into the conversation with us. It was awesome. She's
What did she say?
really down to earth, really understands what the fans are about. I was incredibly impressed with Sarah Bond, and like when it was even like standing next to her, and she puts her arm around, she goes, "Come on over here, let's," like. I was like, I didn't want to stand too close to her, because I didn't want to crowd her out or whatever. And she's like, let's go, get everybody in here. It's all right, cool. So it was
That's
it was
awesome.
great. Yeah,
That's awesome.
exactly. So yeah, and all of us, of course, were a little giddy, as you can tell. We were all like, "So it was so cool." But she's super nice, very smart, and I think she's really going to be leading the Xbox brand into the future for years and years to come. So it's a good thing for all of us that are big. All right, let me bring it back up and kill that. I just want to make sure y'all saw that because I forgot to show them earlier. So anyway, so yeah, that was a good part about it, and the so back to the systems real quick. We know that they're so the handhelds coming, the ROG Xbox is coming, whatever you want to call it. But the or Xbox Ally, however you want to call it, whatever it's called, or comes up finally being called. But it's coming this year, so it'll be about holiday season, which will be fantastic. But then like I said, they are working on more stuff, and Jason Rollins is pretty excited about it. Now, I'm not going to say is it coming out next year? Is it coming out the year after? I don't know. But even Phil said, and in the showcase, that he's very excited for the future, and that there are going to be some big things that they're going to do for the 25th anniversary. And then one of the last things he said was, another big pillar franchise.
The dormant old franchise. That must be Banjo, bro. That must be Banjo.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why am I? Well, that depends on you if you call it big franchise. But I hope it's Banjo for the reason that
to where it comes across as make it like a Mario style game.
I'm saying it because I think it was yesterday or this morning, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And there was not shakeups in Rare, where there was new leadership in Rare, and this new leadership inside Rare, because we know I don't remember his first name, but I know Duncan, which is now head of Xbox Game Studios. He used to be the head studio head in Rare, apparently in Rare, there've been like new leadership and things like that, and they're really kind of like, you know what, we got these IPs, and we might go back and do some old stuff. Like maybe the old Rare is coming back, so maybe that's that. And hey, I'll be okay. I don't. It could be Banjo. It could be Conquer. I prefer Conquer. Voodoo Vince Dirt. Voodoo Vince too.
Yep.
But hey, whatever it is, say it's an old dormant franchise. That could be anything. It could be. I don't know. What could it be? I don't know. Pitfall.
Exactly. What could it be? Because
Yeah.
dormant, you wouldn't think that like Halo would be considered dormant because it's so. But who knows? Who knows? If you don't mind reading that Dirt's comment, and I'll throw this out there, Dirt, if you want to, I can send you the link if you want to jump on. I know you were just on a week ago, so I don't want to put you out if you're busy. But if you're fired up like I am and Joey is to talk games, and especially about it after, you're more than welcome to jump on. Just let me know, and I'll send you the link if you'd like to.
So Dirt Griggity, my man. I just bought Final Fantasy 16. Hell yeah. I'm probably not going to play it. But I got to support Square Enix for not being stupid anymore. You know what?
Amen. Exactly. Good kudos.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
I mean, I kind of did the same thing with Death Stranding. I played like 20 minutes. No, not like 2 hours of it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is really boring. So I stopped. But I'll do the same thing with Square Enix. I'll buy it eventually. I'm like, we're just gonna leave it there, just to brag a little bit. Like, look, I got Final Fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said earlier, and I'll repeat it for anybody that missed it. Now that we got over 250 people here in the chat from YouTube and on X, thank you so much for being here, guys. We appreciate you, because I know there's a lot of people doing streams and stuff throughout the day.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting Dave. I know there's a lot of people doing live streams right now. People rewatching. There's reactions and things like that. So shout out to you guys for being here and being with us in this lovely evening, an Xbox evening, a green evening.
A very green evening for sure. That is true. But yeah, so but with when we were at the Fan Fest earlier today, and which was a room full of over 100 people that were there with Aaron Greenberg and Jason Ronalds from Microsoft, from Xbox, and they were there with us. And when the Final Fantasy announcement was made, Greeny had his phone out and he was panning it around to get the reaction, because people lost their shit when they finally made that announcement. I mean, it was I'm people up on their feet yelling and screaming. It was fucking awesome. And go ahead.
A lot of parlays paid up with that announcement, because there was a lot of people betting like, yo, Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox. Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox. And then you have the opposite side, the blue side, like, that's never happening. That's never happening. Blah, blah, blah. Nintendo Switch, you got it better first than you guys. And then, of course, we got the announcement. I don't remember my reaction I was watching the show with Shaun and Ray. Unfortunately, I was so ahead on the stream that everything I said could have been a spoiler. Like, absolutely anything I said. So the only thing I was good at, it was like, hey, yo, music, cut it off after this trailer, because there was a lot of like licensed music. So when I saw the Final Fantasy, me personally, you can't hear my voice in the live stream, but I said, suck it, you fuckers. That's what I said. And then it was like, there you go, there's Final Fantasy now. You lost in another exclusive, you POSs. But look, there's a lot of people on the Xbox that wanted this game, that deserve to play this game on the hardware of choice. Just like Xbox says, play it wherever you want, on the device you want, blah, blah, blah. Xbox players also deserve that. We want it. Some people want to play Final Fantasy on a Xbox. And I'm happy for those people who are buying it. They're having fun with it. And that's just what this is all about, having fun with games. Sony does not own these IPs, and that's what bothers me the most. Fine, if you're making your own exclusive of your own studio, that is fine. You own that. But everybody else, Silent Hill, I don't know why I say Resident Evil, Final Fantasy, Stellar Blade. You don't own these games. Those are the ones that I hate the most that they do. But what it is, man. But thank God we got Final Fantasy Tactics. That's the one I'm looking forward to. We got 7 integrated is coming, and we got 16 that dropped today. And hopefully people are playing it.
Exactly. Like I said,
do any of you have that video of the reaction of that of Final Fantasy?
I don't have it on mine because I was actually watching the event because we've been doing all the stuff and the setup, and I was actually sitting there watching, so I didn't shoot it. But I know it's captured several places, and I know Greeny had it on his own phone, so unless he's posted it yet or not, and he may have taken that back internally, if you know what I mean, just for them to show. But we got to bring in our friend, our good buddy, one of the only, Dirk Griggity. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dirk, your camera looks great. It's not dark. What happened?
Oh,
no, for real. It looks great. I'm not joking.
What?
Yeah.
I cut up the brightness, you POS.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There you go. Well, and shout out to the chat. Thank you all so much for being on here. It's on Kay Asante's channel, is what he said. I'll see if I can find out while you guys are talking about it. I'll see if I can pull that up. But yeah, it was crazy, the reaction, and kudos to you, Dirt, for buying it. Hadn't bought it yet. I got it pulled up on my phone earlier to buy it right after he made that announcement that it was available today.
Good thing about the Xbox app, you can purchase straight up from the app.
Yeah, I literally bought it earlier. I just booted it up, but I'll start listening to the show, and so yeah, I mean, listen, that's like what Joey said with Death Stranding. I bought Death Stranding, knowing I didn't like the game, but hey, man, they put it on Xbox, let me support. Same thing with this game. I might not play much of it, but I'm just supporting, man. Like when these third-party publishers realize, we need to put our stuff on Xbox, just like everywhere else. Stop this money hacking shit, because this is a new day, man. We need to have games everywhere. So I was like, let me support it. Oh shit, my wife called me. I didn't tell her I was doing a podcast tonight. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're good.
So yeah, man. Final Fantasy coming to Xbox is great. It's good news. Good news for Square Enix. Enough with this. Look at Capcom. Capcom is killing it. Capcom is open. They don't care about the exclusive no more. They're doing their own thing. Everything is going everywhere, and look at their numbers. Besides, their games are great. Let's keep it real. The games are great, so that's what they have to do, and I'm glad. I'm happy.
Me too, man. Me too.
Far Q, I believe Aaron posted it on X. I gotta see. I mean, every time I refresh my Twitter account, my notifications jump like 28, 32, 52 because the amount of shit I talked about the show, people are just between liking and things and hating, and it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, let me let's see here. I'm looking at the case right now, trying to find the one there's a couple of where we were setting up. Trying to see if I found that one. He did some great things. He was walking the line.
Why are we super chatting?
Is there another super chat? Okay, give me 1 second.
No. I know I'm reading something that Ray said, but I don't know.
Okay.
Why super chatting on the handle like he. Oh, never mind.
So again, I apologize, guys, for being a little sporadic, as it were, but it's doing it live. I'm in LA.
So let me see if I can pull up a list of the games that came out, because there was a lot of games in there.
You definitely, that'd be great. Pull that up, and I've got that video. I'll play it.
And
The reaction.
there was a whole bunch of games. There were so many games that I can't remember them all until I see them. So even though I have the show literally right next to me, but I'm not paying attention to it. But apart from the Xbox first party games, I saw Tim Schafer yesterday on a photo. And I'm like, that's confirmed that they have in the show, because I've been watching all this week the Psychonauts documentary, and he said something on that show like, I only go down to to LA when I have to show something. If not, I don't go there because a showcase like that, it gets tiring. He's like, he's out of shape and things like that. And he was right because I saw the photo, like Double Fine's going to be there 100%. And we had him.
You know what's so crazy though, Joey? Because like you said it earlier on the show, this is not the game that Tim Shepard is the lead on.
Mm-hmm.
This is not
correct.
His game. I believe they have 3 teams there now because like watching the documentary, you knew Psychonauts 2 really took a lot out of them.
Yes, it almost killed them.
Damn, they killed them. I remember that one black woman with the cute little dimple. She left. It was just a bunch of crazy stuff going on. So they said, okay, we don't want to be stressed out like that again. And they separated into 3 different teams, I believe. So yeah, so this isn't even the Tim Schafer led game.
And matter of fact, I'm willing to bet that next year show we're gonna see another Double Fine game.
I think you're right.
Because why I'm saying this, because at the end of the show of the documentary, Tim Schafer, what he said? There had to go set
he always said Derek had to go set up the futon for his wife's fiance.
Come on, man.
I did not leave this chair, you piece of shit. I was still right here.
Oh God.
Are you feeling the love, Derek?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what you say?
Are you feeling the love?
Yeah, I'm feeling love. Hey, listen, Joy, I'm sorry to cut you off. Let me say
Go
this.
ahead.
I'm really thinking out. Like, I don't know if you guys talked about it already because I just joined. Like, maybe
you go ahead.
Next year's show. Now, I know the show was just over with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of me feels that 25-year anniversary, they're really setting up for that show to be a beast. Now, Joey, WebDave, I know WebDave, you wasn't in this community back in 2018, 2019. Right.
When you're
Joey and I, we were some of the guys in the chat, they were in this community, and we heard a lot. All Xbox has is Halo, Gears, and Forza. But guess what's happening next year, you pieces of shit?
Mm-hmm.
Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable. Right?
Yep.
We know the big 4 is going to be next year. As no, also State of Decay 3, possibly some other game. This is stacked. The next few years for Xbox is going to be absolutely stacked. And this showcase was honestly supposed to be a down showcase. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Because they delayed Fable, they moved some things around. We still got a couple of games announced. I didn't know what's coming. I didn't know Indiana Jones DLC was coming. I didn't know Double Fine's next game was coming this year.
Yep.
I heard Grounded 2 was being developed. I didn't know that shit was coming this year.
I did not know that.
Year.
Yeah. I mean, so it's just like, man, this is insane. It's insane what they have going on, bro.
It's so good. And on that note about about how the expectations of the show or whatever, when we met Sarah yesterday, Sarah Bond, she was super nice. But one of the things she said when she first came over to us and started talking to us, was she looked right at us all and she goes, "Temper your expectations." And then she started laughing, and we were all like, "Ooh, what does that mean?" Like she's like, temper expectations is the floor they're setting, but that's just because they don't want you to be like.
I mean, I think that's a good thing.
They knew last year was crazy. I think they knew last year was insane.
Good show for what they saw, for what we saw.
Pause where they we ain't know like we missed you for like the last 5 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's the hotel Wi-Fi. Sorry. Let me play this clip real fast. But basically, what Sarah Bond had said was she came over to us and she said, "Temper expectations," and then she started laughing about it. Mm-hmm. So I think that what she was trying to put over on us was that they're saying temper expectations, but get ready for a damn good show.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a damn good show. So here is from the Fan Fest, the community watch party, the actual reaction from the crowd. Let's play this real quick.
Damn. I mean, the video is choppy, but I can hear the craziness.
Hey, Y'all was acting like our truth showed up, like like you did last night.
The pop.
That pop.
Yeah, there's Hip Hop Gamer. It was packed, man.
Hip hop gamer, huh?
Hip Hop Gamer was there. King was there.
Look at King. I can see King from right there in the corner on the other side.
Yeah, see him, right? See you guys' hands up. Yeah.
But look at.
Yeah, and then it's coming up too when they go to the next game, which is still Final Fantasy.
This is bullshit, Dave. The show was a 3 out of 10.
Jim, welcome back.
Yo, what ridiculous Tim Dog is.
He
bro.
said 3 out of 10, bro. Come on, Tim, stop.
Well, it's his IQ.
So, man, that's cool, man. So, like, where was this at? Just like a little warehouse or something. Like, what were you guys?
Yeah. And available today.
Today.
I'm telling you, man. They were loving it.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Today, when they show Final Fantasy Square, if you listen back to our show, I use super chat. I'm sorry, timestamps for certain games. I did the fake dirt laugh immediately as soon as I saw Square Enix. Because I was actually thinking about doing the video, and I really don't have the energy to do it tonight. But I have a few receipts. Joey just gave me another one about people saying Final Fantasy would never come to Xbox, and I said I really want to do this video. I didn't have the energy to do it. I still don't have the energy to do it, but there were so many guys saying it would never come to Xbox, and I just think that people need to realize this is a different time. Square Enix told you, they said it last year. We're going multi-platform. We're going full multi-platform, right? They did it because they have to. They had these deals that was not putting their games everywhere, not even on PC at launch.
Mm-hmm.
They were just leaving so much money on the table, bro. And I say this all the time, Dave. Like, even though Xbox is only like 32, 33 million consoles, it's still 32 to 33 million consoles.
Mm-hmm.
The potential to sell at least 1 to 2 million is there. Why would a company not want to put their games on a console that still has 30 million consoles out in the wild, over 30 million consoles out in the wild? Even if it sells 1 to 2 million, that's still an additional 1 to 2 million, as opposed to not having that 1 to 2 million. So they realized that. Sega realized that a long time ago. Capcom realized that a long time ago. So here you go, Square Enix, and this is how it is.
It jumps around a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I do apologize to everybody for the intermittent freezing every now and again. But right now, I'm in LA, and in the background, this whole podcast, I've been hearing fire trucks, ambulances, police cars, because there unfortunately are a few riots going on in downtown LA, about 10 blocks away from where I'm at.
Whoa.
Yes.
Be safe, my brother. Be safe. Are you leaving in the morning? Or?
I'm leaving in the morning, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So should be good as long as they don't burn the airport down. But anyway.
Oh, man.
I'm just playing. Not quite that bad. But yeah, so it's all good. Joey, do you mind reading that super chat for me?
Torino Johnson. People don't realize Xbox checkmate move. All storefronts on their hardware. What's Sony going to be? What's going to do? Block all of them? No. Look, they haven't blocked the ROG Ally right now. They're gonna block the Xbox, which is a ROG Ally. That's what ponies are saying. You have ponies hating on it, and the other pony is just a ROG Ally. It's the same thing. What are you guys happy about? So if it's just a ROG Ally, why are you gonna block Steam and the PlayStation games?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think Sony is dumb enough to do that. I think because if I get that handheld, I'm going to open a Steam account because I don't have one, or I do. I don't remember. I'm going to start playing games on that device, Steam games like Dave the Diver, a game that I always wanted on Xbox. And the POS don't want to have it because I have it on my Switch. I don't like playing that thing on the Switch. I wanted to play it on the Xbox, but it is what it is. So I'll be opening Steam accounts, and if I can play Steam games, might as well buy, I don't know, God of War just to piss some people off. Might as well.
Yeah, exactly. So was it Marlon Gaiman had a few interesting comments?
Yeah, I wonder what he said.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I did try to find some pony stuff, and I really didn't feel like it today. But I went to NBD channel. I don't think he even streamed it. I wonder why.
Mac 22, Mac 22. Joey's against Steam policy. Joey, it's against Steam policy. They won't be able to do it.
In other words, they won't be able to block it. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I hope so, and I believe they won't. Hargeet, Chani, shout out to you guys. Shout out to you for organizing that show.
Yes. We're praising you, buddy. You absolutely killing it. Of course, I figure you're too tired to jump on, but you're more than welcome to jump on if you want to, because it's your show too, buddy. But yeah. So but Hargeet has been working extremely hard, help put this all together with the fan show. It was absolutely amazing. Like I said,
Right.
when Jason Ronald and Aaron Greenberg showed up, met everybody in line,
Nice.
and then hung out and talked, kind of did like an impromptu interview. And then we had Paris Lily, Danny Pena were there talking. Send you the link. I will do that, sir.
By the way, what that was a hell of a surprise, that Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
I didn't know what the hell that was at first. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea.
I was ahead on the on the show.
Yeah.
Right? So I had to be quiet. I was looking. I said 3 times like out loud, but I was muted. Quantum Break? Is this Quantum Break?
Yeah. I didn't know what it was. I mean,
had
listen,
no
I know it was
clue.
just a CGI trailer.
It looked great.
Great though. So people, this is the down, like the supposedly down Call of Duty year, because it's not a full Call of Duty. It's supposed to be like a Modern Warfare 3 was. Next year is going to be the big Call of Duty, maybe Modern Warfare 4 or whatever. I'm sorry, that looked pretty dope. I know it was CGI, but I was like, yo. But some people said they didn't like that it closed the show with that. I think Xbox strategically did this show like they did. Because like I told you guys, I heard that Fable, I heard they filmed the Fable Direct stuff, bro. They literally filmed it. Because it was going to end the show. Because think about the Outer Wars 2, IGN already showed a bunch of footage from it. Right? Xbox showed a bunch of footage from it. And they chose that to be the game for the Direct. It really didn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. But they made it work, because when Fable got delayed for whatever reason, they pushed that game into the spotlight. But this was probably going to be a little bit different show, but maybe something changed. They wanted to do something different for next year. I really feel next year is going to be a huge show because of the 25th anniversary, and it's going to be loaded. Next year, as far as the games, it's going to be loaded, bro. It's going to be absolutely loaded.
They might, I don't know, because it's the 25th anniversary show. They might do an in-person live show with people. I mean, why not?
I would have to go, Dave. I would have to go. Dave.
If it is, somebody from WBG has to be there. Dirt.
I would have to.
You have to wave our WBG flag down there, like we're here to stay. But yeah, man, and like hopefully it's something like that, because if you're gonna go full on 25th anniversary for Xbox, right? Mm-hmm. Xbox, it's alive for 25 years. It hasn't been dead. You've been trying to kill it since it came out. It's still here. It's thriving. Game Pass sustainability is fine. We have more content that we can handle as gamers. Right. Like never in a million years I've ever said I have too much games. I've never said that. For the past year and a half, I've been saying I have too much games.
Joey, this is the first time like I just saw what Shane G said. He said, yeah, this year is insanely loaded. Like I mentioned earlier, now I'm not too interested in Grounded. This is me. I'm not going to really play Grounded. But I'm going to play Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm going to play the Indiana Jones DLC. I'm going to play the Outer Wars 2. I'm going to play Keeper. It's like, yo, it's crazy, bro.
I'm trying to email Hargeet a link.
On this show, which people, dude, Clockwork Revolution, bro. That game looks insane.
That game looks really, really good. I think that game, because next year is so low, I think that game might be 2027.
At this point, it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't matter.
Like, yo, when it's ready, it's ready. I got shit to play.
Right. But I mean, I think next year so loaded, that game might be 2027, along with Perfect Dark and Blade. That's just me guessing, by the way.
Perfect Dark hasn't
game
been.
Looks fantastic.
That's fine. Perfect Dark can be a little bit hold back. That's fine. Clockwork also. Damn. Who else? Everwilds. You know what? Keep that for a while.
Contraband. I thought Contraband would be here, but it's not.
I think that game. I think that
Keep
game
cooking.
Is dead.
No, it's not. It's not, Joy. I'm telling you, it's not.
Huh?
No, it's not dead. They had issues for a while, but they fixed it and they worked their way through it. And the game, I'm hearing the game is going well, but they didn't have to show it, I guess. I mean, it's probably still a year or two away. Just keep working, man. Just keep working. But Clockwork look really good.
But not only that, we had like in the show that whole video game that had like reggae music and it's like a horror inside a library that you shoot books.
Yeah, I know what the hell.
And there was like ghosts in it. That looked quirky to me, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of dig it.
Was that a Game Pass game?
I don't know. I have the list, but I don't know if it's Game Pass. All of them will play anywhere though. All of them.
Hey, Hargeet. Sorry to interrupt. Hold on one sec. Hargeet, if you can, put your email address in the chat.
Well, yeah,
I'm on my Apple. I'm not on my computer at home, and so I can't send you the link.
You know Discord? Is he on Discord? Or you just need to send it?
He's on Discord, yeah.
Watch out. We're putting your emails anywhere.
Can I send it to him on Discord?
You should be able to, yeah. All right, let me.
Don't send information in the chat.
No, it's all good. It's okay. Hold on, Hargeet. I'm going to send it to Dirt on X, and then he can send it to you in Discord.
Yeah.
So, Planet of Lana 2. I was not expecting that game. I did finish the first one. It was
Dirt, you got it right.
It was a little Game Pass game.
Cool.
And
there you go, Hargeet.
Game Pass worked, and now they have a second game, which is great.
Mm-hmm. And I thought it looked really good.
That Korean game. What's the name of the game?
That one that looked really good. The one is like
fuck. What's the name of that Korean game?
Oh shit! Not my mom calling me. Holy shit!
I don't know if this one, but that looked like I thought it was Splinter Cell for a second, but I'm like, they're not talking Japanese. I'm like, what language is that? And then I saw one actor that's Korean, so it was a Kevin S. Joey Crack Fat Joe. No, I'm not. Let me read this super chat. Freddie Fox for the $5 Dirt. Don't be afraid of ask the community for help to help you get to LA next year for the 25th anniversary. Show if they have. Sorry, my bad. Anniversary. Show if they have an in-person show. Joey and Dave. Hopefully, look, I think they should. Like at least once. I know we know E3 is dead and all that, and in-person shows is like no longer a thing, unless you're Jeff Keighley. But if it's the 25th anniversary, go balls to the wall, bro. For real, just go for it. Bring the community back. Do an in-person show. Show the new Xbox PC because we know you're making one, and we know that shit is gonna be awesome. Just bring it out. Show the 4 big pillars. Show Halo. Show Gears. Show Forza and show Fable, and people will be happy, man. Like, Look, yes, I still don't like the logos of PlayStation. I'm still a little bit trepidatious about that. I'm over it. I know they always say, "But why are you surprised?" We're not surprised. It's just still annoying. It's like you're hanging out with a girl that has OnlyFans. You know she does OnlyFans, but it still bothers you. You understand? You're not surprised.
Yeah. But you'll still hang out with her because she's hot. I'm just kidding.
She's hot and she's good, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like gamepad. To you, she gives it for free. It's not like the other guys have to pay.
Dirt, were you able to send that link to Hargeet in the Discord?
I thought I just sent it to him.
Okay, so Hargeet, if you're still hear us and you can check your Discord, Dirt should have just sent it to you in Discord. For some reason, I can't do it on this laptop, and I apologize for that. The one thing you were saying before we do the super chat, I just want to say that after Jason at the end of this show, he when he was on stage talking to everybody in the group there, he made the point that he really feels that he's going to take the footage and the feedback back to the headquarters and stuff and let them know. So these things are really expensive when they do it because they have to have all kinds of liability and stuff. They have to have all kinds of security and stuff at these, more so than what we do at a fan event. Although it was pretty secure, I'll just say that. But so what the possibility for next year now is that they may not do one that they'd put on. that it may be this fan-based one again, but looks like they're going to maybe be able to support them a lot better.
Like sponsor
Meaning,
more. Okay.
yes. So, but and for them, it's a lot less expensive for them to do that. And people are like, well, they're $1 billion company, blah blah blah. Well, they have resources and stuff too. They don't just throw money away.
Right.
And if they feel like that, that they have other money, money's better well spent somewhere else. But yet, if they can get the fans to do it, and the fans are willing to do it, it was cool. I flew out. I had a lot of fun. It was worth it. Like I said, I met all these people, had experience of a lifetime, plus all these other, people in the community that I've never met before in person. Hang out with them, have dinner with them. It was an experience like you wouldn't believe. Welcome, Mr. Hargeet, Chani. Throw you in there. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, Hargeet.
There you go.
Are you at home?
Hey,
Weren't
can
you
you
in
hear
LA?
He's in LA
We're
too.
both in LA.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you live in
hear
LA?
No, I'm in Boston. I come from Boston. I live in Boston.
So the other side of the country.
Can we read that super chat real quick, and then we'll get to Hargeet's points.
Sir X-Man with the 2 exclusive Power World and Mecha Break. I love it. Xbox PC exclusive. Yeah. There were some exclusives on that show.
Yeah, it was a couple. It was like I saw Clockwork Revolution didn't show anything.
It didn't have a date.
There's I think Keeper didn't show anything. Like I always told you guys, those smaller studios, those are the games that might be timed exclusives. Because they don't have the manpower to do a bunch of different versions at the same time. Like NXile is only like 100 something people, maybe, I believe. And we know Double Fine is a small studio. So those studios, if they do port it, eventually it'll be later. So those will probably be the time exclusives. But the bigger studios, those probably will be day and date with everywhere. I was surprised I didn't see many Nintendo Switch 2 logos.
Were there any?
There was, I think there was one.
There was
At least,
one,
yeah.
It was one. I'm
that.
surprised I didn't see more of those. Can the Nintendo Switch 2 run the I don't know.
It probably can.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Brian B with the 2, Final Fantasy 16, worth the purchase. I'll say this, like I always tell the Dirt, do you want it? Do you like, because it was a game. What was the game? The Thing, an old remaster. They're like, I want to buy it. Dirt, will it make you happy? He's like, yeah, then buy it. Who cares? So
I finished
if it
that
makes
shit.
you happy and you feel like you want to buy it, bro.
Yeah,
don't let
bro,
anybody tell you the contrary, man.
Hey, I bought that game, Joey, and I finished it, and it was
I
literally the same as the
Same
PS2 version, just with higher resolution. But I finished it. I was like, I finished it. It was like 4 hours, 5 hours long, but I finished it. Yeah.
Dirt, read that super chat.
Torino Johnson with the 2. He said Marlon gave it a 10 out of 10 and said to give Xbox.
I think he said get an Xbox.
Oh, get an Xbox. Okay. Yeah. Hey, listen.
Wow.
There's a few other PlayStation fanboys out there. They tend to be, and I'm not saying they're just being honest because they say a show is good or whatever. Because if PlayStation had a good show, I would say it 100%. Yeah. And in my opinion, they've had some flashes here and there of something good. They haven't had a good overall show, in my opinion, since 2020. Now, 2020, they had 2 showcases, and I think both of those shows was pretty good. 2021, the last 10 minutes was really good. And that's about it for me personally. But like I said, they've had some games being shown that was good here and there.
I don't know what you're talking about, though. They got baby steps, bro. They had baby steps.
Oh, you're right. That's the game of the year right there.
Bro, just our reactions of baby step, we're like, woo!
Baby steps is my shit. I might have to listen. I was gonna buy Ghost of Yote. That would be the first PlayStation game I buy for that shit that's sitting over there that's collecting dust. But if Baby Steps comes out before Ghost of Yote, you better believe I'm buying that one first.
Gotta support it. Gotta support the
I'm buying
ponies.
Baby Steps, David.
I buy it too, just to play it and laugh my ass off.
Is it multi-platform? If it's multi-platform, I have to buy.
I'll get it on the Xbox.
I'll get it on the Xbox then. If it's multi-platform, is Baby Steps multi-platform?
I don't
know. Let me see.
I don't know.
Let me see if I can Google it. Baby Steps game.
I thought it was exclusive.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I think it might be exclusive.
It is on Steam. It's definitely on Steam.
If it's on Steam, it's gonna be on Xbox. Don't worry, Dirt.
Hey, that's something else. Like we talk about the handheld that looks pretty like that ROG Ally Xbox looks pretty dope. But they still got another console coming out. And I think this handheld it's pretty much what the Xbox console is going to be, just in the handheld version. I think the next Xbox console is going to do the same thing, some of the same things this handheld is doing.
Yeah. Do you know Broke Boy Insider? Let's see.
Super chats
were missed when Dirt came onto the stream.
I didn't distract him with nothing. Broke Boy Insider, what are you talking about?
He didn't.
I thought I've been reading them.
Yeah. Like Joey's been reading them.
Joey, on the way, P Lumber Red Nat, Web King, DJ Bertodos. Wait, I didn't read this one, I think. I did?
Which one?
DJ Bertodos. I didn't read that one. $5. Trading my Raw Ally Z1 Extreme for this one, which I haven't touched in over a year. For the same reason Joey said it didn't get one. Had it since 2023. I didn't read that one.
I missed that one too.
Oh, and then do you know the Broke Boy Insider 199 loved Dirt in that Resident Evil 9 trailer?
That was not me, you asshole.
Was that FarQ that did that?
Yeah, it was FarQ, and he sent it to me. No, like he sent it to Shaun, and Shaun sent it to me, and I just posted it. And I always act like I'm always playing the victim. Like, who did this? But I know who did it, obviously.
Here's another one. DA Borderos with 5. Dirt has 2 games reveals on the showcase, which I'm looking forward to. Chronos, that new Dirt. Wait. Chronos, the new Dirt. Chronos, the new Dirt, and the blood of Dirt Walker. Thank you, Dirt. We got Demon Flow Gaming with the $2 Xbox 25th anniversary next year. Let's go. Halo Years. Flow. Torino Johnson. People don't realize Xbox Checkmate. I read that one. DJ Bertodos again. There are like 4 free super chats on the top. I missed them. Sorry, man.
I so missed them, dude. I'm so sorry.
I found Sir X-Men exclusive Power Wall to Make or Break. I love it. Yeah, I read that. Freddie Fox. Dirt, don't be afraid of ask the community for help to get to LA next year for the 25th anniversary show.
Good idea, Dirt. You should do it
in person. Yeah. Do you know? You read that one. Several super chats missed. I'm sorry. We're sorry. Brian B. It's Final Fantasy
in LA, man.
It is. Torino Johnson. Marlon giving 10 out of 10. Do you know Broke Boy? Super chats missed. I'm sorry. We're sorry. We apologize. Apologies.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the super chat to remind us about that. Well, let me open the floor up to Mr. Hargeet, Chani. Hargeet, I know you're tired because you look tired.
yeah, you do, bro. You look tired. Yeah.
So please, the floor is yours. Anywhere you want to go, anything you want to talk about, whatever direction you want. It was a good show. Good. The handheld excites you. What do you want to talk about?
Gosh, I barely even got most of the show because I was paying attention to making sure the thing.
Yes, you were working hard.
But yeah, I mean, the snippets I got, it seemed like a pretty good show. There were a lot of events. We'll be putting up the videos of everything. We streamed the pre-show, and we should have kept going. We kind of cut it off because right afterwards, Aaron and Jason Ronald were talking to each other. Talking to the audience together. And we missed, streaming that piece, but we have it recorded. We'll send that up there. I think the audience reactions were like phenomenal. It was a little smaller venue, right? So there weren't as many people as usual. But I think it kind of worked. So hopefully everybody enjoyed it that came out there. We'll definitely post all the reactions of everything because we have it all recorded. So you'll get to see everything, 4K at some point. But it seemed to resonate with people. But yeah, we had a couple of things afterwards. We kind of unfortunately have to get out of there pretty fast. So we had a couple more things planned, but it didn't work out. But yeah, overall, I think it's pretty good. The show is good. I think this whole weekend was actually awesome. I liked having the Summer Game Fest kind of pick it up a bit. I thought that was pretty good too. Yeah, coins. I think I got my my Doom coin.
Nice.
Let's see if I can. I don't know if it'll show up here, but yeah, there you go. The Doom
that's sweet,
coin.
man. That's like the shield. Oh, look at that one.
Yeah.
Damn.
The Doom
Fire.
coin. Yeah. So we hopefully made some fans happy. And yes, Dirt, you should definitely come out next year. And yeah, it does sound like it's probably going to be us doing it next year again, but we'll see what Microsoft comes up with. But it seems like that's the direction they're kind of heading in. Maybe a bit more of a joint venture, but we'll see. We'll see what we do. But either way, we'll have a bigger venue next time and be able to accommodate more people. But yeah, I thought the show, from what I could tell, because I was seeing it in reverse.
Yep.
And,
he was behind the scenes shooting it, putting it on the screen, a big
there's a
projector screen.
projector next to me that was projecting it in reverse onto a screen. So, and I was just making sure everything was staged and working right on my computer. Which, yeah, so right as it started, I don't remember if you remember WebDave, but like, I guess they turned off the lights and it turned off the power to the soundboard.
Yep.
So like the entire sound stage shut off, and I'm like, "What just happened?" Like, right,
But it was only for
but
10
like,
seconds or
right back
so.
on, and like, so the soundboard came back. But yeah,
It was everybody was like, "Uh-oh, what happened to the audio?"
Seconds into the beginning of the showcase, like that sound is gone. I'm like, "What? What?"
Yeah. So somebody turned off the lights. Like, "Oh, these are. Let's make it darker." Click. Uh-oh. Turn it back on.
Oh, the sound went off.
Exactly. It was hilarious. But you know,
It sounded
it
like
is
you guys
what it is.
had a good time, bro. Sounded like you guys
Kind of
had a
things
good
won't happen again next time. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like I was telling them earlier, Hargeet. They
yeah.
seemed pretty excited about the turnout. Aaron was flabbergasted by the response.
Yeah.
He enjoyed it, and and even the guys, Ben Kenobi, we're talking about. If we do this next year, we can probably do it even closer to the other thing.
We're looking for a venue next to the JW. So for those who don't know, basically there's an LA Live area, which is kind of like the central hub of all the fun stuff. And so that's what I'm talking about with the JW. So there'll be something right next to it, kind of where they usually host it, right? So we'll probably try to do something there. But we just didn't have time. This time it was just so close. They announced this in like April, I think. So we scrambled to put whatever we could together. So we got something. So yeah, I think whatever it was. I love that the fan enthusiasm was there. I think there were a couple of items where there wasn't a lot of cheering, but in a lot of cases there was a lot of like, "Oh my god, oh my!" Like, right, there was a lot of cheering in the crowd, and you'll hopefully get all that. I think some people took their own videos and posted that up, which is great. But yeah, so that was the whole point of this, is to enjoy this together, and I think that happened. But yeah, being on the backside of the whole setup, I really didn't get to really enjoy it that much.
Well, that's what happens when you're the host of something, Hargeet. Like,
right.
You're not paying attention. You're doing something in your house. You're the host. You're the last one eating.
Yeah,
you're the last one eating. You're the last one sitting down. You're the last one of everything. You're like really busy about paying attention to everything.
But I got to watch some of it. I think some of the reveals were good. And some of the things are cool. I don't think it really reached last year. I think last year was better. I'll knock it from that perspective, but still it was good. It was a good showcase. I'd put it in that A-B range, something like that, A- B+. So it was pretty good. But I like Keely's show too. I thought that was good. It had some lulls in there too, but there was a lot of great announcements right at the start. It just started with this massive amount of awesome stuff and then kind of ended with a big bang as well. So I thought that was a great showcase. So we just had some good stuff, man. There was a lot of cool things. We've had announcements ahead of time, and it's just been rolling into it. It's been a good time. So, we'll see what happens. State of Decay unfortunately continues on the PlayStation side, but what can you do there? Then maybe they'll step it up at some point in the next decade.
I love it.
Slanderous.
I call it the state of continuing decay. That's basically every time they do a state of play, it's the state of continuing decay. They just don't. I don't know. They just don't step it up.
I mean,
whatever.
Eventually they have
right,
to show something, right?
Yeah, right. But you remember,
eventually,
the PS4 gen, every showcase, you're like, why is it that much better? What do you what's going on? They just kept going up and up and up and up and up. You're like, come on! But this time it's down, 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 down. They just don't. I don't know. If you're on the PlayStation side, maybe you think it's good. I don't know. When I look at it, I'm like, I just don't see that stuff that you used to put out, and it just doesn't feel the same level to me anyway. So, but maybe I'm biased, and I probably am, right? But but either way, I'm still looking forward to what Nintendo has to put out. I want to see their fall lineup. I haven't seen that really. And
when
for those looking for those, sorry, what was that?
I said, when does their show? They're gonna have a direct this month?
I assume they will, right, at some point. Probably in a few months. I don't think it's gonna happen now, but in the next month or two, there'll be something. Okay. But I think that's when you'll see those Xbox games, because it really makes more sense to show them on a Switch stage, right? The Nintendo stage. Say, here, all the games coming onto Switch 2. We know Call of Duty has to get there, right? It's got to. It's got contractual obligations to do
it
so.
says Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah,
did
so
say
it's
that
definitely got to be able to
Oh, so it
switch
should definitely
too,
be on
right?
the Switch too.
It
Yeah.
has to be on the
Yeah,
Switch.
When
so-
are they going to stop with the last generation stuff? I
Oh
wonder.
gosh, unless there's a specific thing that pushes them to do it, I doubt they ever will, because it's a market that exists. And now that you could, let's say they can manage to put it on the Switch 2, and there's 50 million of those out there. You think they're going to ever abandon that? They're just not. They're going to always keep looking for ways to keep addressing audiences wherever they can.
Hargeet, I'm surprised
So-
this year's Madden is current gen only. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah,
by
that is kind of
Really?
surprising.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
they did
Madden is
that with,
current gen only.
What was it? Was it
College football last year was the
Yeah,
current
college
gen
football,
only.
right?
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, and I guess that did so good. They said, "Hey, we
Let's
can do
try
this with
Madden.
Madden also." You know,
Yeah.
I
Maybe
think
they'll-
once
GTA is going to be the
6
big thing, though.
I was about to say
Yeah.
when GTA 6
Yeah.
comes out, more consoles
That's
are
gonna
going to
be
be
the big
so.
thing.
I think you'll start to see maybe,
Yeah.
Call of Duty ease up a little bit, maybe 2K basketball ease up a little bit, but yeah.
So I if I remember right, WebDave, you guys were in the audience, but I think there were two moments that really like stood out. There was the Invincibles, was it the fighting game thing, and then there was the Square Enix Final Fantasy coming over, right? That just erupted. I think you showed the video where like everybody erupted.
Oh man,
Those were the
King, and they
two
were on their
big,
feet
big
yelling.
moments.
It was great. Everybody
Yeah.
stood up for that.
I think the ROG was the next one. I think that had a lot of uproar as far as the crowd reaction. But yeah, it's an interesting time, right? So there's gonna be more put out there about that, right? Whole hardware thing. I'm very interested in what that really is. Supposedly there's some locked capabilities that are only on that device from Microsoft. So it is a special device. And so it's not like they just are updating Windows and you can put that on anything. No, it's actually a partnership, and that device will have a very special version of Windows that will be able to do whatever it needs to do. So it's going to be interesting to see. Like, hopefully it'll be a special thing and starts that journey that we're expecting, right? For them to kind of merge the two and give you a full ecosystem that just has your old Xbox library, your new games, your old games, your Steam games, your Epic games, everything all in one place, right? And you
That's
get
gonna
to
be
play whatever you want to.
That's gonna be dope, man. And
Yeah.
they really put the emphasis on play anywhere this year. This every single game they showed was play anywhere, right?
Yeah, and Play Anywhere is essentially like it will have the Windows version and the Xbox version, right? But if they can get to the point where there is no distinction, that would be awesome, right? So if we get to that level, that'd be great.
Amazing.
You want me to read that one, or are you guys reading it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and read the super chat. Yeah.
King Web, $2. PlayStation Portal like the Nintendo Cardboard now. Oh well, I mean, look, the Portal, the Portal did well. I surprisingly, it did well.
Yep.
So I got to give them credit. It seemed to at least hit a market, and it sold well enough to make it worthwhile. I think they're making a second one. So, but is it like the Nintendo Cardboard? Well, actually, did the Nintendo Cardboard also sell?
Actually did. Yeah.
The what's the name of that thing? Labos?
Labo, right?
Yep.
Labo. Yeah.
I actually know somebody that actually bought the piano.
There you go. There you go.
So does it surprise me? No.
So the comment from Phil Spencer I got on the screen right now. Want to read that? There's an underlined part that I think is pretty good. That somebody's call it out.
Yeah, this moment from Xbox and Asus ROG has been a long time coming. The power of Xbox, the freedom of Windows, and the ability to play games across your entire library, including all your favorite PC game stores. This is ROG Xbox Ally X and ROG Xbox Ally. Yeah, and we will find out what that really means. I don't know if it means you're going to get your entire Xbox library. I don't think they're right there yet, but we shall see. Maybe
they do have. I don't know if you've seen it, but they do have a 10-minute video explaining ROG Ally. They're basically
I have not gotten a chance to see it yet.
You watch it. They don't explain that much when it comes to the technical side. It's just more like a docu video, like, hey, we partnered with this guy. This was an idea, blah, 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 blah. But I think the whole library thing, they're getting there, because Jess Corden this morning was tweeting out that we're seeing now 360 games on the PC app.
Yep.
So they're getting there. They're getting there, and eventually everything is going to be there.
Yeah, that is definitely the North Star, right? And the question is, how far along are they? And maybe, I know there's stuff in NDA mode that's being talked about right now. And I'm not privy to it yet, so I don't know. But my guess is that they will have you can buy this now, and in X, revision of software, you will get these updates that will add these capabilities.
I mean, Sarah Bond actually said that though. She's like forward compatibility from every game. So
yeah.
She said that like 2 years ago.
As far as at launch or not,
Right.
I don't know if they're there yet. That's
Well,
all.
Even
So
the
if they are,
video that
that's
talks
awesome.
about it, they said that BattleNet is going to be included on there as one of the stores they can access.
So that means
that
means
just
World
makes total
Warcraft.
sense, right? Yeah, I've been saying for a while that BattleNet. I would love to see BattleNet on the current series consoles. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. It's their own store. So, right, that would be awesome, and that would just bring World of Warcraft over. So, granted, there's a little bit more work involved there because they do have to create a virtual instance that would allow them to play as a true Windows game within the ecosystem. That's, and again, they have the capability. Obviously, it's Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is all the work they need to do. They just need to do it, and that is their North Star. That's their vision, and they will hopefully get there. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah,
You want to read
two
our
super
friend
chats.
Park you, Mr. Bram Strucker, £5. Hargeet, the event turned out great. Congrats to you and everyone involved. Thank you.
Yeah, let me get the next one.
And then we have any color you like, $5. Man, Xbox played chess and just checkmated Sony. All these guys crying about multi-plat move will look foolish when that next console releases. Yeah, look, I mean, this is just the world it is. I don't. This idea of multi-plat was going to happen. It was absolutely going to happen. Just when, right? And the assumption was it would be a little bit later. But let's face it, once they spent $70 billion to buy ABK, that was
sped it up. Yeah, that sped everything up.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Right, because now it's not piddlywink side thing on the side for Microsoft's like, we spent a lot of money, we also expect a lot of revenue, and once we get the revenue, we expect margin. And that's just it. They're gonna be beholden to that. You have to have this, X% profit. It's just the way it is. So they're gonna be putting their games everywhere and make as much money as they can. Yeah. It's up to you to engage the way you want to, right? They're not saying Game Pass is going away. I was just talking to Phil today, and that is still their thing. They're still giving you Game Pass. It's profitable. It's fine. No problems. Like they're not looking to get rid of that at all. And he laughs every time somebody says that. That's gonna go away, or whatever.
The sustainability of everything. Oh my god! Like that's still a conversation, bro.
It's just the way it is. So, right, that's what he's saying, and I'm like, hey, it is what it is. It's their business model. It seems to be working, right? They still are getting more customers, even on their consoles, and then on top of that, they're getting customers in other platforms, and it's just money for them. So what the heck? Whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Go.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Is it me? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking through this thing with green colored glasses, right? But is it me, or besides the console war banter with Xbox being multi-plat, is it me, or does it seem like people are starting to notice the value of Xbox, right?
Oh,
Meaning Xbox Play Anywhere, something like, listen, Destin, I'm sorry, not Destin, Greg Miller. We all know he's a PlayStation guy. But lately, if you've been watching Kind of Funny here and there, he's been really praising Xbox Play Anywhere. He's been praising Xbox Game Pass. He's a guy that travels a lot, and he said on his show, Xbox Play Anywhere is absolutely incredible because he takes his ROG Ally or whatever handheld he has. It's okay, Dave. It's okay, Dave. It's okay, Dad. I know you're tired, buddy.
I'm here. I'm looking down, man. That's all good.
Oh, okay. I thought you was, a little sleep.
No, not dozing off.
Okay.
I know both me and Hargeet look like we're ready to slip into a coma.
Yeah,
but we're not.
I had a long weekend, man. So, and I'm noticing that there are some guys really like, yo, man, some of the things Xbox is doing, you really can't ignore, right? Yeah. When it comes to the value of gaming, no console war shit, just flat out playing video games. For you and the convenience of what they're offering, I think a lot of people are opening their eyes like, yo, man, Xbox is killing it right now with some of the things they're doing. And like I said, Greg Miller, because he's a guy that's been praising Xbox lately. And it's kind of like, really? He's been praising Xbox. And I just want to give them kudos because I always say sometimes they do things prematurely where it really upsets their fan base. You know, certain guys go out there, they lose their minds. PlayStation guys, they go out there, they talk trash. But when you look at it, say 2 or 3 years from now, we'll probably be saying, yeah, you know what? Xbox was right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about it. But
no, I agree with you, Dirt. It's
the hotel Wi-Fi strikes again.
I don't think that's going away because the ponies, they can't let it die. So that's fine.
Right.
Let them act the way they want to. But the thing is, the whole like you said before, and I've heard you say it 100 times. Console wars. That's we got console sales. We got console sales. That's all they got.
Yeah,
because that's all they got.
That's
And it's like it's just not it's not sustainable for them. And Sony knows it, and Sony's leadership is making changes because they need to continue with the continue with the quote unquote PlayStation part of their marketing and stuff. They they make TVs, all kinds of other stuff, but it's gonna be what's gonna carry them forward is if they adapt to the current situation. And if they're not adapting, they're dying. So
I mean, we've seen this every generation basically. That so Xbox is always ahead of the curve. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the generation or generations after that, Xbox always turns out to be right. Like they bet it on an Ethernet port. Nobody who has Ethernet by that time, who has broadband, nobody. And then everybody has it now. They bet it on indie games and an online store and online video games.
And the hard drive.
Do that, and the hard drive, they did that. Then everybody went and do it. We know infamously that they had to connect. Achievements, all that they had to connect, and then the Xbox One happened, and then we know PlayStation took out the camera, lowered the price, and did a whole bunch of shit just to counteract that shit. But and the whole DRM thing, always online. Like, yes, we didn't like it back then because it was a different time. Now everything is online. Right now you can't even turn on your washing machine because it's asking for Wi-Fi. It's like it was ridiculous. But
hey yo, Joey, hold that thought. I mentioned my mother-in-law just got a brand new TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her TV literally went through so many updates. We were sitting there for 40 minutes. I'm not lying. The TV would not work without the internet updates, bro. I'm telling you, man. So
it's ridiculous. I'm not even joking, because like the beginning of this year, we actually bought my mother a new washing machine, and I'm like, why is there a Wi-Fi low sign on this shit? And I'm not. So my sister ended up configuring it and everything, but apparently it needed internet for something. I don't know why.
Software update. It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. It was a crazy. It's a cool washing machine, but it's like, why? So we know Xbox is always ahead of the curve. Yes, At the beginning when we saw these games go into PlayStation, we didn't like it. None of us over here liked it. Hargeet ranted. I remember that podcast. Hargeet's like, stop. I didn't like it. None of us like it.
None of us.
We started to accept it. But now we're looking at the future, and I'm understanding this is actually the best way. This is the best way to go. Like, things are too expensive. Development cost is way too high.
It's crazy.
Games are getting more and more expensive. Dude, democratize everything and bring down these walls enough. Like, what is the difference between if I'm playing on your console between mine? If you're getting the money either way. So. Yes, you're capping. I imagine Pony's like, you're just capping whatever. Xbox is going third party. Does it matter though? Does it change my experience? I'm still playing the same game. I'm still going to play the same game. Yes, I'm choose the Xbox because to me it's the best ecosystem. It's giving me free cloud saves. It has Game Pass. It has the games right now, not PlayStation. Xbox has the games as right now. It has the better deals. It has the controller I like. It has my friends, and it has everything I like. The only thing is missing is a few PlayStation games. Well, probably soon we'll get them via Steam. And will that bother Sony? I don't think so, because they're going to start seeing a big influx of players start buying these games. They're like, why are these people buying these games? It's because now these Xbox players have direct access to your games. And they're going to see it. You know what? This is actually good business. That's what I'm predicting. Right now, but next generation, oh boy, we're going to see a totally different Sony. Totally different Sony.
They need to.
I agree 100%.
You know, and what's the biggest game right now on Xbox, on Game Pass,
Age
and
of
is in talk
Empires.
for Game of the Year?
Huh, I'm joking.
Expedition 33, and it's a 30-man dev team.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to know that these big companies are like,
oh, how do we do that?
yeah, exactly. What do we got to do to make that happen?
Exactly.
So
and, for seriously, man, and for the game to be super successful, and like you said, not just sales wise, but critically, like you said, that game will probably win Game of the Year. If it don't win, it's definitely going to be nominated, and that's a fact right there, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm about to get out of here, man. I just want to stop by and say what's up.
Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. You've been on twice in a row, man. Well, thank you so much, sir.
Cool, man.
Have a great day, man.
I'm having Rand on WBG tomorrow, so guys, stop by and check it out.
Do not miss that show. Everybody needs to tune in and watch that tomorrow. It's going to be a great show.
Thanks, Fowler. See you guys later.
Hey, buddy.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Hargeet, do you feel like reading a couple of super chats?
Yeah, let's do it. It's UK now. The Broke Boy Insider, $2. PS fanboys watched Xbox show for logos, not games.
That is true.
Well, some of them did, but some of them didn't. I don't know.
Yep.
Blue, $5. Do you think Sony is low-key afraid to go day one PC in fear of their fan base? They've groomed to be fanboys. MS is looking mighty rich and healthy.
I think not. You know what?
I think eventually Sony is just going to.
I think that's changing. One, they have that new single-player game with another studio that is published by them, but it's going day and date on PC. And that Marvel fighting game, it's PC and PlayStation at the same time. So I think they're like little by little putting these games day and date until one day all of them are day and date.
Yeah. There is a thing I sent Dirk Griggity. I want to play for y'all real quick. Speaking on that of a pony fanboy, one of our favorites. It's a little short clip, but let me pull it up real quick. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in LA, so I'm not in my studio, and it takes me a little extra to bring things up. So I appreciate the patience that the chat has given us tonight. That's the wrong button. Let's hit this one. Okay, but I got it. I've got it ready. Let me pull it up. Share screen. Click. Find the link. Share. And then let me get it pulled up full screen. Boom. Make sure you got the audio up. All right. I'll bring it into the show. So good old J-Tech, I think it was. He there's some newest things that appeared and had some PlayStation information about a game coming out, and it had PC in there, day and date. He didn't like that very well.
Now I want y'all to understand, this is an official NVIDIA GeForce video showing off ray tracing and frame generations. But at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video, what do you see? The official PlayStation logo. So not only is this game promoting itself on PC, it is a PlayStation published game promoting itself on PC. It is the first PlayStation published fucking single player game to go day and date. If you buy this game, you fail the test. Do not get mad at me Don't come back.
Failed the
Nigga, don't
Failed the
fucking do that
test.
dumbass shit. If you are not with me right now, you are not with me in the future when shit hits the fucking fan.
That is priceless.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a fanboy like everybody about something, but not like that, bro. That's like, come on.
Wow.
Come on, bro. That's
Yep.
too much.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
So,
you know, good luck to that person. Hopefully they, you know, resolve their issues. And
yeah, they have some issues.
That, you know, PlayStation is their, you know, their country, and they have to fight for
it.
Exactly. Thatch with the membership for 11 months. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And don't forget, if you want to become a member, it's only $1. That's it. One little measly dollar to become a channel member. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. As Dirt says,
if you like this video, please hit the like button.
there you go. There you go. Oh my goodness, Hargeet, anything else we want to talk about on the showcase? I know we could probably go on for hours, and we'll probably dig into it more next week.
You two look tired, to be honest. Like, you two look.
That's all right. Well, it was such a great day, man. Such a great day. The whole week's been great.
Oh, by the way, shout out to WEBDAVE, who actually also came in early and helped us out this morning. We had a couple of people come in from the community to help us out. Truly appreciate it. We needed the help.
So,
yeah.
Anything for you, man. Anything for you. You're an amazing gentleman, and I'm so glad that we got to meet in person finally, and it just kind of solidify our friendship from now on. It's great. So
yeah, it's great to meet a whole bunch of new people who came for the first time, right? And you got to meet all the people that we normally get to meet, and you know, you get to hang out with some of the Xbox folks and see why we do all this fun stuff. It's you know, it's a camaraderie.
And we might get Dirt there next year.
Yeah.
Joey, let's get on the plane. Let's go. Get that passport. Let's go.
Yeah. No, I got the passport. That's not a problem.
There you go.
It's permission. I ain't gonna leave the country without somebody, so it's not gonna be that easy.
Make it a family event. There you go. There's plenty of people that bring their spouses. Even women podcasters, they bring their husbands along. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It works both ways.
I'll try. One day. Oh, that's one of my part of my bucket list. Go to LA and at least watch a show live.
Oh, dude, I love to meet you in person. That's for sure.
Was it a Colombian person? There was somebody from Colombia over in Play Days. But yeah, there's definitely people from all over the world that come in.
Oh yeah, met some people from Sweden and just all over.
That's right. I met. Yeah, there was definitely a development team that came in from Sweden. I think it was for Warhammer. I think that was the team we were talking to.
Yep.
But yeah.
So that's awesome. That is so cool. But seriously though, we'll go around the horn. Is there Joey? What are your final thoughts on the showcase, and what kind of score would you give it out of 10?
Well, when I saw it at the beginning, I'm like, all right, it's not as. I mean, it's hard to beat, like I said, last year's show. Last year was so fantastic. It was really difficult to come up with a better show, in my opinion. And then at the beginning of when we saw the show earlier this afternoon, I kind of gave it a half. But now talking about it, thinking about it, excited about the handheld and watching the games, I'll bump up to an 8. I think I'll give it an 8.
That's good. That's good.
More information plus Double Fine. Double Fine is one of my favorite studios, and watching that weird tower game, looking at things, and I'm like, you know what? That's weird, and I like it. So that's I'll give it an 8. Yeah.
Sounds good. Hargeet?
Yeah, I mean, again, I need to really digest it because I need to actually watch it as a participant instead of as a host. But from what I gathered, I would say I'd give it about an 8.5 to 9. So I think it was pretty good. But yeah, I need to like really just watch it without A, being extremely tired, and B, actually not hosting it. But I would say it's about that. And then Keeley, I'd give that about the same. I think it was pretty good as well. So I thought great trip so far. And I also got the privilege to hang around with the Iron Lords and do play days, which was fantastic. There's a lot of great stuff on play days. I did not get to go to IGN. Unfortunately, they had a weird policy that they rescinded eventually, but where we couldn't bring our bags in, which had the cameras, and we're like, well, we can't do anything without the cameras,
right?
So we're not going. So, but they eventually changed that policy, but it was too late. We went to play days to do all the appointments there first. So, but yeah, so like hopefully next year we won't have that problem with IGN, because that's kind of a major bummer. We had scheduled stuff there, and we just like said, well, we can't do it.
But
Like,
what was the reason though? Because I saw Kesante's video that he couldn't go in the venue because he had a bag. I'm like,
exactly, and he complained, and they eventually changed the policy. So we complained, they complained, right? Eventually they changed the policy, but it was like,
what's the reason? What's the reasoning
go.
behind it though? You guys like?
I think it was a security thing. They just didn't. They wanted you to have clear bags, or you had to have very small things like the size of a phone. It's like, well, what the heck is that going to like?
Then
no,
put a metal detector if you're that worried,
right? It's like whatever, right? But no equivalent like at the actual places that like do this stuff all the time. Because obviously you're going to bring camera equipment. That's the whole point. You're going to bring
exactly.
laptops,
Social media is a thing.
Like,
we live in a social media world. People are taking videos and cameras. Exactly. Everybody's an influencer. What are you doing?
So
exactly.
And all I was trying to bring in was this. It's a case that carries my GoPro, literally a GoPro case, like literally a GoPro case, like.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so yeah, that was kind of a fail. But anyway, but the rest of it was great. I think it's been a very successful E3 replacement E3. Whatever you want to call it. So great so far. It's not done. I'm going to be doing more tomorrow. So, and then I'll be heading back on Tuesday. But yeah, there's lots of stuff out here. So yeah, if anybody wants to come out, it's always fun. You certainly get to meet all the community and whatnot, hang out, dinners, lunches, stuff like that. But yeah, there's also, if you want to do it as a content creator, there's lots and lots of things to look at, and go find the games and whatnot, play them. IGN, I don't know if it was good, WEBDAVE. Did you guys eventually get in?
To IGN? I know I didn't even go. I had a friend of mine lives in LA, and I went out to lunch with him. So
Gotcha. So I guess, what did you think about the showcases? What was your thoughts? Or what were your thoughts?
That was cool. All right. Well,
that's it. It was cool. That's it.
Before my internet totally craps out.
All right.
Being on the Wi-Fi. Joey, please tell everybody where they can find you, where they can reach out to you.
You can reach out to me on Twitter and Griggity Show. That's basically it. I only use Twitter. You can't find me anywhere else. I like my life.
Tomorrow night's going to be big for you guys.
Yeah, Randall Doe is going to be there. He's going to spill maybe some secrets behind the scenes, as he always does. That's pretty much it, man. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to rewatch the show and I'm going to watch a whole bunch of reactions and things. That's what I did.
Me too.
And finish my birthday cake, because my kids were on birthday and they just came back and they brought me birthday cake earlier. And
nice.
There's more outside. There's like a joke on WBG, because I always have stories of going to birthday parties. Like Joey has because we always have some nephew, somebody's have a birthday party. It's not my fault. And the kids are always playing with their phones and Switches. That's what they play. So and what happened today? My kids went to a birthday party. They just brought me cake. So it's like, and that's it. Yeah, eat cake and watch Xbox reactions. That's fun.
We got a couple more supers.
Oh, did we? Okay, go ahead. Can you pull them up?
I am not logged in on this laptop.
Yep.
So I can't pull them up, but I can read them.
Oh yeah, let me. All right, so here we go.
Yep. So I just Rain 7718 $10. Thank you. So I just watched Destin's stream. He said he downloaded Spider-Man on the new ROG Ally. So does this mean PlayStation won't block Steam games from being played on the new Xbox? So look, from a Steam perspective, there's no chance of that, because it's part of the terms of service. They will never block a game, right? But if PlayStation wanted to play shenanigans at their boot up sequence, they could do something weird, right? That may violate the terms, by the way, and it may piss off Valve, who will then say, well, if you want to do these kind of things, we'll just delist your game. Because you have to understand, Valve does not care. They make so much money, they do not need PlayStation. They just don't. It's nice that they do business with them, but 100% they don't need them, right? So and Valve is very clear about this. You buy our game, you can play it anywhere you want to play it, wherever Steam exists. That's their mantra, and they're not going to be happy with anybody trying to play shenanigans, right? So outside of things like, hey, you need to be able to do anti-cheat or something like that, that's fair game. I get that one, right? So that's been allowed. But outside of that, yeah, good luck with that. So if they try to do a block, they would have to do it outside of Steam. And it's going to be an interesting play if they try to do it, right? Because it may piss Valve off to the point where they're like, goodbye. Because you have to understand, Valve also partners with people like Asus, with people like Microsoft, okay? Yep. And they don't want to piss these valuable partners of theirs off. That's not how it works, right? So, but either way, PLump, $2. Hashtag Xbox better.
There you go. There you go. Hargeet, tell everybody where they can find you, because I know you're be doing some traveling this week. So when do you think you're going to make it back on? And thank you for joining us tonight.
So I'll be back Tuesday, and then I'll be on with Boom on Wednesday.
Nice.
So we'll go back on 7 p.m. US Eastern on Double Dollar Gaming. For primetime gaming, we'll most likely be discussing a lot of the stuff that keeps coming up. Yep. There's still more. As I said, there's still more stuff tomorrow. Mm-hmm. They'll keep being more and more information coming out about all these things that we are under NDA about. I know other NDA stuff I'm not allowed to talk about, but will be available next week. So
yep,
we will be able to talk about those things as we move along. So there's gonna be more and more information, and then I'll be on with C Money and Doodles. C Money was out here with his eldest son and daughter as well. So we got to meet them. But yeah, I'll be on with them on Friday, assuming that they're back. I assume they're going to be back. So we'll see. And then next weekend with Fonz, and then with you, same old schedule. But we'll see what happens. And I'm sure there'll be more information that will be very interesting to talk about, and we can probably go more into depth about the stuff that we saw over the last weekend or so. Next show.
Sounds good.
$2. I am super hype, like a kid at the candy store. Yeah, that is what this whole weekend is about. It's about the games. We get to play games. We get to see the games that are coming. We get to enjoy in the next year or so. It's been fantastic seeing all the stuff that's been announced.
For sure. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you all for being here. Like I said, sorry. Wi-Fi.
And it's Wi-Fi. Okay, my bad. I thought
it
was me.
No, that was
it's the Wi-Fi. It's the hotel Wi-Fi. It's having fun.
So if in case you missed what I just said, we'll be back next week in a better connection. Anyway, thanks for joining us here on the Gamers Council.